Hello everyone! Welcome to Unsung Fury, episode 4. Woo! We have the full main cast back. Yeah? Got Scott back. He took a vacay from us. It was just too much for him to handle. Hold on, you're muted. Here you go. Now you have the permission.
9 days.
This is how I keep... This is the great thing about being the one who runs the show now. I can mute Scott whenever I want.
That's how I handle Wade. So, to be fair, I just have to mute him multiple times a session. So,
although that probably came off really mean. It's a joke. It's an internal joke. If you have ever watched any other shows with Scott and I on them, but
it was real. I have to mute Wade because
of course, as always, if you are enjoying the stream and all of that shindig, you can hit that follow button here on Twitch, and if you're watching on YouTube, smack the subscribe button, hit the bell. Now there's 3 options after you hit the bell. Pick the one that's most applicable to you and live your life, because that's how YouTube wants you to do things. And of course, if you want to support us in a monetary means, I do try to pay my entire cast. I pay all of them. Actually, payday was today, which congratulations, everyone got money. We do try to pay everyone. So if you want to help support that, so I can also feed my cats, you can subscribe to our Twitch channel here, and you get some cool stuff in return. You get cool emotes and things of that sort. You can join our Discord. You get to talk in a subscriber-only chat. It's more like an emote in there. We talk through emotes. That's how we, as a community, speak to each other. We have a lot to deal with. There's a lot of emotes in there. And then, of course, if you want to support beyond that and you're feeling super generous, or you have a way to do that, you can go ahead and click the donation button and go ahead and donate to us at another means of amount. And that's kind of the main things to get out of the way. We're going to go around and let everyone talk about where you can find them at, what kind of characters they're playing today. We're going to get this show on the road. So first and foremost, we'll go to my left, which is going to be Delric, since you were gone the other day. Tell us a little bit about you and, of course, your character that you're playing tonight.
What's up, everybody? My name is Delric. So you can find me twitch.tv/Delric. YouTube is where I use as an archive for my VODs. I play a bunch of D&D games over on there and over on Lost Initiative, which is my other channel. But the important thing is right now I have Aurorum as my own homebrew world. I currently have 2 campaigns going on in that world. They interact with one another in a very real way. Same timeline, same everything. And there's more stuff going on over there. I am playing Luther Hushard, who is, in parentheses, sexy man. He is a commissar junior, or a junior commissar, not fully trained yet, but he takes a slightly different approach to being a commissar than maybe you might be familiar with.
Oh, cool. And of course, going around, we've got Lobos playing Bjor.
Hi, I'm Lobos Jr. on Twitch and YouTube and other things. I just stream a lot of RPGs and action stuff and strategy stuff lately, and I play Bjor, who's a scout space marine. He's still a baby space marine, but he's still a space marine, and he's a space wolf specifically. So he's very well mannered. We'll say that.
Aww.
You're a good boy.
You're a good boy. Who's the best boy? And of course, moving on from there, we have Eric Vulgaris playing Gildo.
Yeah, hi everybody. My name's Eric. I'm Eric Vulgaris everywhere. Streamer, designer, role-playing extraordinaire. Gildo is an Imperial Guardsman hailing from the savage feral world of Catachan. Basically, think about anyone from the movie Predator, and then amp them up by 600 times, and that's your typical Catachan. Excited to be here. Excited to not get killed by Frank. Right, Frank? Right? Right? Right?
Hey.
Right?
Gildo, can you make an awareness check?
Not yet.
And of course, I'm going to be playing Ostara Thompson, who is a sanctioned psyker. She has something going on in her head and kind of talks to herself a lot. It's a little weird. I'm primarily taking things that are mind-altering ones, because I think that those are kind of abilities are really cool. So enjoy those. And of course, you're on my channel, so you already know who I am. And then, of course, last but not least, I will throw it over to Frank. You can tell us who you are and get the show on the road.
Hello, as you all know, I am Control Alt Frank, Frank for short. Today I will be your Militia Sergeant Provost, Frank. That's how you shall all refer to me from now. But you all know where to find me. Discord, sometimes Twitch, very rarely, it's been like 2 years, or Twitter. As for now, let us begin. Last we left off with a city in flames, the sound of battles raging through the streets of the city itself. That was 2 nights ago. Every night since, you have all been woken up by sirens, anti-aircraft gunfire launching into the sky, tracers flaring through the streets as militiamen fire at shadows in the dark. Some fires still rage. The civilian death counts is still coming in. A city that was once proud is now gripped in fear. Luckily, after a couple days of staying at a prison as a guest of the warden with his own personal cell, Luther has been returned to the blockhouse, which seems to have a few more guests here staying, eyeing the newcomers warily. The friend who helped you out in battle now has left, but he left you with a gift. The truck that was in the garage, the rust bucket of a vehicle, has been repaired and slightly modified. A spare heavy bolter that our tech priest friend found has been almost haphazardly strapped on in a very articulate type of way. The vehicle now works, but the streets themselves are packed with civilians attempting to flee on foot.
So he
you all
left
find
us a vehicle gift? Aw. Man, Victus, what a bro. That's awesome. So, who can drive? I don't think I have piloting skills, really.
Unless Lobos would like to.
Bjor's been driving a lot.
I was going to say...
That's true, you
Okay.
have become, like, our resident driver.
Is there an after you, no you? Is it like an awkward thing, or someone just?
It's one of those. If his seat, if the seat is large enough that he can fit there and drive,
Yeah.
fit in the truck beforehand.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He couldn't drive because he's too big.
So,
like the
I
suspension.
need to get a shrinking... Is there a way I can get a power that will shrink people?
yes, you actually already have that power. You just need to reach out into the warp and crush.
Nice, Frank. Nice.
Oh, sorry, I enjoyed that.
That was pretty good, actually.
Um,
I would never
So-
do that to our lovely space wolf.
yes,
He's a gentle wolf.
Space Wolves hate psychers. You might need to defend yourself. No, so Man Victus left a couple more modifications on. One being that while the crew cabin is only meant for one person, with the steering wheel in the middle of the vehicle, it is sizable enough to actually accommodate the Space Marine if you wish to drive. It might make it a little awkward for the gunner who has to stand directly behind him. However, they can still function. Just a little awkwardly.
Well, Bjor's up for that. Are we? Have we decided that we're leaving for somewhere just yet.
Well,
We're gonna wait for the capital. I don't think we're gonna get clearance with the capital.
yeah. Well, we wanted to go take care of those people. The ones that were causing all the issues here, right?
You had felt the presence of the stronger
Psyker.
Yeah, psychic force or whatever.
What do we know has been going on with the town? Is it specifically that other town where the two of them had like some weird like agreement of like exchanging people, or is it that third the weird the what do they call them? Church of the
Reborn.
The Reborn.
Emperor Reborn.
I pull up my notes.
The Emperor Reborn, I think.
Or the
Why you
Emperor
guys
Reborn,
think
yeah.
You as a cult, it's just kind of irks me the wrong way.
Oh, it's a church. You're right.
I said
It's a
church, yeah.
Right.
Dead church.
It
I said
doesn't have
church.
cult in its name, guys. Assumptions. You know what they say about
I
assumptions.
mean, I'm pretty sure it's also a cult.
Is that Frank? That Frank's an ass.
Yes. Exactly. Yeah, so if you guys want to make a influence roll, see what you heard about around town. You do know for a fact that there is a curfew in place. There are roving militia gangs patrolling the street, which was the same for when you entered the city. However, they're in force and in number now.
By influence, do you mean like leadership, or what do you want us to roll?
Okay, let's try. Sorry, I had it before. I keep forgetting influence is not an actual thing. Since you're trying to assemble clues, investigation.
Frank, am I allowed to do this from where my character was in the interim?
Yes.
Sure, I mean, I can assist you if you want. I have a 7 to this roll.
Investigation. I have a 7 as well.
Go
so
for it.
you
I'll
are-
assist you. I think I just hit the
Yeah,
assist
you guys
button.
can be separate.
I think you roll first, then, if you assist, right, Max?
No, you guys don't need to assist each other. You can roll.
Okay, roll separately. Cool. Rolling.
Oh, okay.
And this is like the background research before we get to the car.
Yeah.
Woo!
Maggie.
Woo! Yeah.
Oh.
So I rolled a 9 people,
Yeah.
and then she
Should
rolled
let you go
a 3.
first.
Luther, people are, especially since you were kept as a air quotes guest in the prison as soon as the battle happened, you didn't hear much aside from scornful things from the guards. But from what you did gather, the city was under attack, and upon your release after they interrogated you, making sure that you were not a spy, they didn't physically interrogate you. They basically said, hey, are you a spy? We're going to do a whatchamacallit, lie
They didn't
detector.
do the Gildo way, where it's like, "Are you a spy?" Don't even let them answer.
But, Astara, how do you gather your information?
Talk to people and then I write it down. No, I'm just kidding.
Investigate.
I think for her way of doing things is she's a weirdo. She's a little creeper voyeur. She probably spies on people with her scry ability. Like, if I don't have to leave my couch and I could look at other places, I mean...
Yeah, from your central city, so you can basically... Your scry limit's what, like 5 kilometers or something?
Let me just double check so I'm not cheating McCheaterton. Scry is 5 kilometers, yeah. So,
Yeah, you
but I'm
can-
assuming that we would drive around, we'd check stuff out, we'd probably be helping the town, I'm guessing. All of us are on that page while we're here. The main thing we were doing was waiting for the capital thing anyway. But if we gather information that's like, hey, it's this third party that we wanted to rid the world of and cleanse them of anyway, maybe we just take care of that while we're waiting.
Let's see. Well, I have my notes for what happened in the town right here, which is rather than
Handy, on my handy dandy.
And Maggie got all of them all at once. So, right off the bat, using your scry ability, you would know that
You want me to roll it to see how well I did, or does the 9 kind of?
that's the 9.
Okay.
You know everything. So you would know that Bay Tharmo, the Lord Mayor of Estropolis, was killed by a unknown strike team.
Oh no.
His daughter, Zwei Tharmo, has taken his place until a new Lord Mayor is chosen. However, it will most likely be her, because this is the unofficial hereditary position. You know that the population has been devastated. The civilian quarters themselves have been hit. Thousands of civilians were killed by several strike teams that landed in the area. You would
And these
also
strike teams are from who?
unknown.
Unknown strike team. Oh.
That's why I was
Are they
unknown.
wearing? Have they all been wearing similar garb to the ones that
Yes.
we fought? And that
All
was
of
like
them-
yellow Space
It
Marine?
was
Black.
Black.
Black. Okay.
Black.
They weren't Space Marine suits. They were heavy
Something else.
carapace armor.
Okay.
Every
similar to what
report
I'm
that
wearing
you
then.
get, yes, every report that you get states that their faces were covered, they wore gas masks, and they had piercing red eyes.
Hmm. Yeah, I know who this is. But in game, I don't.
The artillery depot, however, was able to fend off the attack, however, at substantial losses. Most of the artillery pieces have survived the attack, but crew loss was significant. You would know that the industrial quarters were also hit, thus limiting ammunition and reloads for any players that wanted reloads. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And severely limiting weapons and the like in the city, as well as possible refuel for any vehicles.
Oops.
Okay. Cool.
Lastly, the last place to be hit was the barracks and a tank depot, which was more or less decimated. Of the 20-something tanks there, only 4 survived, 2 of which were unscathed.
Yeah.
Several dozen units were also killed in a engagement.
Awesome. Cool. A quick point of order that's happening in fiction while we're getting into the car.
Mhm.
You know, that kind of stuff. Like, you know, checking, like, because I'm gonna get in the back, I'm checking the guns and stuff like that. So there's probably that time where I'm like, you know, ammo check. Yeah. How many rounds we got?
Mm. Let me look.
You know, as I look at the heavy stubber, it's all I got. I'm out of last packs.
I've got 1 reserve pack on me.
Since the armory was hit, is what we got is what we got. You know, that kind of thing, right? As we're like getting in and the engine starts. I'm quietly asking, can anyone give me a last pack?
Now,
I would.
for you
would love-
specifically, Gildo,
Yeah.
make a super quick awareness.
What are you trying to get?
I'm just trying to get one reload,
Okay.
last pack reload from somebody because
Mm-hmm.
I'm all out of last
Yeah.
packs.
Unfortunately, I just have the reloads for the auto gun that we picked up.
I have
Yeah, that would be fine.
2 extra reloads if you need.
Oh, if that's fine, I would
Yeah, I
just
need one.
I just grab one because we all grabbed a ton before. I
But
just grab one out of the pack and just toss it to you.
Like,
do the reloads work on all weapons, or would it be specifically for my weapon?
Unless stated otherwise, it would be for any weapon. You just
Okay.
so happen, basically reloads, unless I state this is for this. It works as, oh, hey, I just so happen to have this
Yeah.
Okay.
las pack.
yeah,
Then
I mean it's an
have
auto.
2 if you
it's
need
a last.
one. I
yeah.
don't
I would-
really use these type of weapons anyway.
Thank you, kind.
The pack.
I'll give him both of mine. I won't use
cool.
them, and I have enough ammo in my current weapons if I need to bust them out. I think
So I'm getting 2, one from each of you.
2.
No, she just gave you 2
I
from
have
her.
2. You can have both
Oh.
of them.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah, I put them in like my bandolier. Good to go.
Now,
I'll make
I just
note
put
of
mine
it.
back away.
That's-
Put it back in my fanny pack.
I don't really use
Yes.
those weapons
All
anyways.
commissars have fanny packs.
it's true, actually. Gildo,
And I have a force rod
as
and
we're
a mercy blade if I
investigating
need to.
and looking at the truck and basically admiring the double barrel heavy machine gun, on top. You notice that Man Victus left you another gift under a slightly worn tarp.
What did he leave?
There are 10 boxes of ammunition for a heavy stubber.
What?
Oh,
That means Frank's gonna attack us with something heavy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm like, ooh, and then 10 seconds later, oh.
whenever a game gives you good shit, you know it's right around the corner. You're
It's
like,
like,
okay, let's
Yeah.
see. I
It's gonna
feel
get
took
back.
a bit
Yeah,
of
it looks like there's also extra medkits here too.
Yeah.
Wow, weird.
Okay. Nice. Ooh. Looks like our friend gave us a parting gift. And I like hold up the band. What is it? Not bandolier, just the big old strains of bullets, a giant belt of all like one giant drum of
Yeah.
bullets.
And they're significant sized boxes because this is a heavy machine gun.
Oh yeah, totally. Right. They're like those big old containers of 50 caliber bullets, you know.
Yeah.
Size
So
of like.
to give you an example, what is your strength, Gilda?
Funny you should ask that because I just leveled it up to 5.
Cool.
Nice.
That's still not high enough to actually carry this specific weapon.
What?
If you
Heavy stubber?
This specific heavy stubber.
Oh.
This is a very heavy stubber. With a
The one that's mounted on the car, you mean, right?
Oh yeah, that's fine. Sure. And this is, but is the ammo interchangeable?
Yeah.
Just for the points.
It's the same
reference? Okay, yeah, cool, awesome, yeah. Is everyone cool with me doing the back gun? And you know,
Go for it, man. That is
Cool.
not my thing.
my
so.
friends always fought over who got it in the back of the Warthog in Halo, so I just want to make sure you
Oh,
know.
I feel you.
Okay.
If this was Halo, we'd be
I know.
Rochambeauing.
If this was Halo, I'd be the driver. So, just saying, because I want to run people over.
I like driving too.
Okay,
This
running
was
people over is
Halo.
pretty
Oh,
fun.
jeez. Listen, we're gonna go get another.
Looks like I'm in my ghost.
For my own knowledge here, Frank, does this heavy stubber that's mounted to the back of this Jeep, is this something that could probably damage aircraft or not?
Yes.
I mean, not like shoot like super high in the atmosphere, but I mean anything low flying and probably
Is it more of It's more of an anti-personnel, right?
It's anti-personnel. However, the swivel that it's on is a 360 swivel. So if you try and swivel behind, you might place your butt directly on the head of the Space Marine
That-
Yeah.
and just use him as a rest. But because this
Okay.
was clearly meant for the vehicle itself was meant for humans.
Right, I'm just
Manvictus
wondering for my own.
modified it, however.
yeah.
But
Okay.
yes, you would be able to swing it around.
Nice.
If you try, you can point it directly upwards.
I'm not going to. I'm good.
And if
I-
you
I-
can, if you want, you can point it directly at the engine block. So careful.
I will be careful.
Um,
Cool. I can't wait for that point where we're like turned down a corner and there's nowhere to go, and it's just one of those things where it's I have to keep shooting the machine gun at the wall, so like it's weakened as we
Bust
drive.
a hole in the wall, yeah.
Waiting for it, ready to go. That's what I
Eric
look
is like,
for.
what are all the cliche situations that
Oh,
a
yeah,
Rambo style character can be in? I'd like to be in that. All of them, yes.
Who doesn't want to do that stuff when you're
So,
playing a
Frank,
Rambo
watch
character?
all 5 Rambos prior to every session.
oh,
It's honestly
that's-
not a bad assignment.
You're saying. I think you're the only one who
It's a
doesn't
fun
do
assignment.
it. I think you're the only one who's not doing that right now.
I love Rambo. So
my go-to movies for inspiration for this: Rambo, Rambo 2, Rambo 3, the new Rambo that's
First Blood Part 2. Just
yes,
saying.
Let's do it.
and of course Braveheart.
Did you say
Oh.
Braveheart?
Yes, I love
Okay.
Braveheart.
All right. just wanna make
No, we
sure.
have the like, our friend brought us a gift, you know, and the camera cuts to giant boxes of barrels of ammo, and then I do like the sound as we smash cut till we're driving.
So I like this smash cut to your driving. You guys get out the gate. There's several guards actually around the blockhouse now. Just you all get the feeling that they're guarding you guys, as in they want to make sure you're not spies. They know that you killed about a dozen, maybe 10 people from the opposing forces. Still unsure who they could be.
No one's questioned us about that?
They have questioned Luther about that.
Okay.
And it was more of a, hey, weird, you guys came in here. At the moment, though, it's with the Lord Commander dead, and fires literally still be putting out, and civilians being searched for.
We've been like fighting on the other side, right? Though.
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you guys done to help?
I think I probably can help by like scouting out the enemy in advance and telling them what forces are on the way, that kind of thing.
At the moment, no hostile forces in the area. You would know from your investigation, however, that it would seem this attack coincided with a offensive by the junta against one of the main front lines near Estropolis.
I definitely helped. I helped in the most soldier way possible, which is digging ditches and filling up sandbags.
Yeah, and there was a lot of that going around.
Exactly. there's always time for that.
Yeah, it's one of those things of there is a guard on every street corner.
Yeah.
And people are twitchy, especially at night. If a rat runs across the street, you would hear a splatter of gunfire.
Aw, rip little mousy.
Not mouse, rat. This is where you guys find out. I can't speak today. You
Now we
find
know
out
the
about
plague.
the were-rats.
Yeah.
Hello.
They're
Oh,
in
Space
every game.
Skaven.
Yeah, I love Skaven. They're the best. But yeah, as soon as you guys attempt to exit, you're greeted by these guards who kind of side-eye you, kind of scowling. They attempt to stop you. One of them by the gate puts his hands up as you guys try to drive out.
Is the gate closed?
No, it's open. Because I assume you guys opened it.
Bjor's gonna pretend like he didn't see him and just keep driving. Unless somebody else tells him to stop.
Yeah. Now, mind you as well, this vehicle is open top in the back.
I think like Luther would be the one that would talk to them if anybody. I can insight check them though to see like what their vibes are.
I
Okay.
do the same thing with the insight check as well.
Too.
Oh, that's a 2. Okay.
Is it dark time or like is it dark time? Is it nighttime?
It is not
Is
the
it
dark
dark
time. It is
time?
the time of
The
light.
daytime of the night.
Is it the dark time?
It is the nighttime of the day, the midnight of the light time.
Okay.
Okay, noon. So, yeah, both you and Luther, if you like eye these guys down as you drive by, this guy holding his hand up, you just get both of you kind of just see him just like, what the fuck? Like, I'm just doing my job. You guys are assholes. Yeah, he puts his hand up for you to stop. You drive by, and he just.
I think if he's putting his hand up to
turns.
stop, I
Right.
might like tap on Bjor's armor or something. I think he wants us to stop.
Bjor will stop.
I didn't get anything with the 6, Frank.
No, just the same thing.
Okay,
And
cool.
we
I'll
should keep
lean
going.
over to Luther and say he doesn't. It doesn't look like he's happy to see us.
We should keep
No.
driving. This is
Just nod.
You should have saw the defenses down on Acadia. That would put this to shame. Let's go. That's real preparation.
Meanwhile, this guy is just standing here, looking up at the truck. 'Cause it's basically just a flatbed truck with a mounted gun on it and a really big cabin. And he's just.
I'm assuming we're
looking.
talking to each other quietly, other than
Yeah,
probably Gildo, who
I'm
just
fucking
shouted
loud
at.
to him. I don't care. I don't have a high fellowship. I'm fine.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm like, I think everyone's talking quietly except for maybe Gildo.
This is why Gildo doesn't get the ring. He doesn't have a fellowship.
Oh.
Yeah, so he
Should be a
impatiently
weapon for Acadia.
for your he impatiently awaits for your build point seeking, completing objective. I know.
Does
My character.
I don't know.
does Bjor stop?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he stopped.
he said he stopped after I said that.
And
And I leaned into you, Luther, and said that he doesn't look happy to see us.
So I'm just gonna give him from. I'm gonna give him from my seat when we stop. I'm just gonna look at him, like very directed look, like I expect him to say something, but I'm not even gonna say a word.
boy, well, you have to.
Why?
Movement prohibit. Got permit?
Yes.
Sure.
Like, I'm gonna. I mean, on it, we do have permission to leave because Maggie has credentials to outclass everybody here. So, I'll just say, speak to your supervisor, and then I'll tap on Bjor so he can go.
Huh. Yeah. You lay, boy. Truck.
No, what you just said.
I mean, that's the whole point. If they're late.
Your nods and starts accelerating.
I like that he's like, I have no idea what he said, I just nod.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you get maybe a block away, if anybody looks back, you just see him talking into his microphone.
Okay. Awesome. So where are we heading to, boys and girl?
I think we're gonna try to figure out who is sending these troops, right?
Yeah.
Good question. Do we have, with all the time we spent here, we have a map of the area or a general idea of the layout?
I think Eric asked that 2 weeks ago about trying to get one pulled out up on schematics pulled up on a computer or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys know the general layout.
I don't really know where we would necessarily target to look for people, places that have been hit, or
I think maybe where we think where they're gonna hit next. Has there been a pattern to where they're hitting or which direction they're coming from?
So from your investigation roll, you would have definitely noticed this is actually the first such strike of its kind. There have been nighttime raids along the front lines. However, Estropolis is relatively fortified and rear position, pretty far from the actual front lines. Near skirmish lines, sure, but there's definitely never been a strike like this before. This is a first. So there's no pattern that you can notice. You would notice that, especially for this war, you probably would have heard it while scrying. A Lord Mayor being killed is very strange. You would definitely get the idea this is a proper war. You don't kill officers.
Yeah, someone's trying to usurp
nobles.
him. And maybe his daughter is in cahoots with whoever that is. Perhaps, maybe.
well, do we want to go meet with her and see how things are going with the just recovery in general?
Well, remember our primary objective is to get off this place.
Yeah.
Of course.
Speaking of
Very
that,
much so.
where is the beacon?
Can we have it with us, or is
Yes.
it still in the
Yeah.
in the place where?
You guys can take it with you, yes.
Okay.
It's off.
Okay, that was my next question.
It's been off. Here's a question we can try.
Mhm.
This is again maybe a flashback of in the days before this. So this isn't happening in the car. We already have a plan when we're driving in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're cool and powerful people. But in the meantime, in the back, did any of us bring up a chance to maybe we should test the theory of maybe going out somewhere and put the beacon as a trap and see who comes to the beacon? To see if it is actually calling people, or is that all but confirmed already and that's unnecessary?
It's up to the party.
Well, the
What I'm saying is Gyoto's not smart enough to do that, but Eric is. So maybe one of you who's actually smarter could propose that.
I mean, Sure, I will totally take credit for your thought brain
Yeah,
thing.
do it.
Yep,
I mean,
100%.
we
I
have
have a plan, guys. No, Maggie. It's my plan.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm just kidding. Please, Maggie, go ahead.
I was saying we did have the beacon on whenever we got attacked the initial time.
Right.
So if we could have figured out that it had to do with if there was something relative about that, then we would have kind of figured out a pattern.
Yeah. So where would you guys take this beacon if you are going to turn it on?
I would imagine like out of the city, like maybe around some sort of kind of like a field where we crashed. To tell you the truth.
Is there an area that looks like it could be fortified? Like if we were to go there and...
There are several large parks within the city itself. If you attempt to exit to the south, which is the direction that you came from, you will be denied access. And to the north is civilians fleeing the city and basically lining the road.
So not north.
Okay.
Mm.
Is there? I mean, the first thing that comes to my head is like some Stalingrad, like bombed out, ruined church, kind of thing, and like using that as a staging grounds for a test like this. But I don't know.
There are several bombed out areas.
Right? There's
in the
got to
city
be.
right now.
That's what I'm saying, like someplace that maybe like was
ruined
hit
part of the
before or
city.
something.
Yeah.
I almost wish we had like a little map.
A recently burned down place would probably be good too.
Oh man, hey.
What do you think? We don't have to do this, by the way. Like this is everyone.
No, it's actually a really good plan for two reasons. One, it answers the
Try to
question,
capture.
and two, we get to kill some more stuff. So
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yes, but part of it might be we probably try to capture someone before they blow themselves up too.
Yeah.
well, yeah, we can torture and investigate.
The thing
this.
is, though,
No, we don't torture.
you
It
would
doesn't
have.
work.
I think
It just
my
helps.
character would have told you all that, like, they aren't blowing themselves up. That someone else has probably put something in their head that makes them explode.
Yeah, it wasn't their heads that exploded, by the way. It
So
was
Mission
the collar.
Impossible
their
4?
armor.
Oh, they're
Mission
armed.
Impossible 4 with the little.
So okay. And
Because
there's
I detected like that they were all psychers, or some kind of had some psychic, like psycher-esque
Not all of them.
residue on them or something. So
Definitely now that you've had some time to analyze all the information, only one person in the attacking group that attacked you was a psyker. And they were very low level, far below you.
yeah,
Almost like to the point where they probably wouldn't know they were a psyker.
yeah, it was some other like more powerful being that was controlling them. So.
okay. Do you think it was related to? So here's something I actually don't. It's not clear to me about like psychers and stuff. Can you detect if someone's alive or not? Like, was it upon knowing that that person was dead to like blow them up, like and get rid of any evidence, or is it so like if we capture someone who's like unconscious, you think we have a better shot at like stopping that and getting the information out of them?
I think even if they were unconscious, it wouldn't.
It wouldn't matter. The psyker
Yeah.
could just tell. I don't know. I'm wondering if that's like the psyker thing, right? Like that would know if how that works.
Can
I
you
don't
make
have
an
powers like that, but
anti-psyker
I'm
field?
also not down that line. I'm
Sure.
going down a different line.
Is there like an anti-psyker field or something like that?
There is a such
That's
thing as
so
an anti-psyker field, however, it
For
would.
people,
Yeah. Oh, you can also have fields for it.
they're bad luck charms. Those people are destined to have really bad luck with everybody.
Yeah.
Or if from someone in an Eisenhorn, I forget her name. Is that?
Elizabeth.
Yeah. Thank you.
Just thinking, because like the psyker doesn't act. So do you? Sorry, just to clarify, is it a psychic power that is blowing them up, or is it a psychic power that is triggering something else that's blowing them up?
The latter is.
So-
I think
So-
there is a powerful psyker controlling those people and making them blow themselves up.
Okay, so is it possible that we disable the explosion prior to the explosion? Blue wire, no red.
You can.
Just strip them naked.
Done.
Yep.
If
Yeah, you have to get them out of the
I'm
armor.
down with Dong. You know, like
somebody, either Maggie, you can roll a not a psychic mastery. If somebody wants to roll a tech check as well to see more information on both aspects.
8.
Right.
So
We're flipping, but Maggie, you and I are like,
So, Asara, as they're discussing the whole, hey, what's causing these guys to blow up, you would, right off the bat, guess that, and pretty much know, that it is not a psychic message that is setting them off. The message that seared the pain into the back of your head was a clear signal from a higher commander. And
Sure.
over the last couple nights, you've kind of been able to decipher it a bit. And it was to basically, you got Operation Complete, Burning Pyre successful, extract. And a little while after that, the bodies exploded.
What was successful?
Operation Pyre.
Oh, okay.
Well, Burning Pyre, right? This is the actual name. You guys would have had all this information if you didn't blow up, or if you didn't destroy the map.
Thanks, Ollie.
Speaking of maps, I'm going to upload a map right now.
Okay. So then we know that stuff. I'm sorry for wasting 15 minutes on a wild goose chase about this stuff. Then sorry.
No, it's definitely not a wild
Oh,
goose
good.
chase. Because you guys don't know whether the beacon is what drew them in or not.
Right.
So
So I think that's what we're testing. We're gonna take it somewhere else.
We are.
Turn it on. We're gonna see. We're gonna camp there for a night. See what happens.
do
And
you
we're
guys want
taking
to
all
do
the
it
precautions.
in the city or
Yeah,
outside?
we're gonna take all the
city?
precautions.
I think we said we're in the city based on what you described, how hard it is to get out of the city and everyone, all the civilians to the north.
I think.
I think
we'd,
we're doing.
I think we'd leave the city, wouldn't we?
I thought we were gonna pick a bombed out part of town that like no one's in there anymore.
Oh, as long as there's no people. Yeah. Okay.
City map.
I thought we could take the. I mean, I like the idea of that sort of, picture that sort of Stalingrad-y broken up church, with like half the roof gone and all the rubble and stuff around.
Yeah, that sounds like a civilian quarter. So on the map that I just showed you guys, which is indeed the official map of Estropolis, the top left dot is the civilian quarters, and that would 100% have a bombed out cathedral.
It doesn't have to be a cathedral per se, but you know what I mean? Like just a big enough place that we could prepare an ambush in.
Okay.
That also
Bombed out small
I don't-
cathedral.
Oh.
sepulcher, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't want to be particular about it. It's fine.
No, definitely you can find the exact building that you're looking for.
Yeah, right. I feel like Bjor would probably be the best person for this. Like, I'm pretty good at it, but Bjor would know exactly. Like, I imagine there's actually a couple conversations about things, and Bjor has really shown up, like, to me, like, better tactic stuff. Because I'm just like, we go this, like, hammer anvil smash, and you're like, no, like, we should do this other thing too.
I've got good military stuff. You're like
Yeah.
the guerrilla warfare guy. So.
Exactly, right? So, like, you have these tactics that, like, oh my gosh,
Is that what they teach you in the Astartes? Damn, could have used that back in Acadia.
that kind of thing, like that kind of stuff, right? As you're like doing the plans here.
Now,
Yeah.
Delark, I'm going to spot this out for Luther. Adia was a couple hundred years ago.
mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if Luther's aware of that. All right, he should be aware, but I want to make sure that the person playing Luther is aware. But yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are easily able to find this. Are you going to set up a ambush or anything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we put the beacon like in a sort of hidden spot, maybe kind of central to the role, and not just out in the open, obviously, but like somewhere that would seem like a hidden spot that we could easily like kind of ambush if anybody showed up.
We're setting this up to be. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I was going to say, I want to be clear that, like, we're setting this up to be a trap, but we're also not setting up to be an obvious trap, if that makes sense, right?
Okay. Whoever's the one placing the beacon, roll stealth.
Oh, yeah, hold on. I was actually, before that's rolled, because it's set to be a trap, but not an obvious trap. I honestly think, and I can say this in character, but like, I honestly think that whoever it is that comes to investigate this is going to assume that it's a trap, unless this is very obviously not the case.
No, they think that we barely survived. Perhaps they think that maybe we left down here and hiding out in the civilian sector, the last place they would check.
But we've had it turned off since then, and we're reactivating it again.
Right.
In a remote location. There's nobody around.
They think that we think we're safe. So they're going to try again. They know that we want to connect to our fellow... what do you call people in space again?
Spacers? Survivors?
Survivors. Yes, just survivors. Our fellow survivors.
No, I understand that. But if they go looking for the beacon and find nobody, if it's very obviously a trap, there's nobody in the open.
So what
They're
you're
going to
saying
assume
is
that
that
it's
no
a
matter
trap.
what, they're going to think that this is a ambush.
I think we need to look like idiots.
If you need someone to beat bait, and I like raise my voice, then I like cock the stubber. I'm your man. And yeah, I'll be the bait. That's fine. No problem with me. No problems here.
Go with
Yoda's like
glory.
made to be shot at. Let's do it.
Go with glory.
Right.
Look at that. So you even have to make a check and I convinced them.
Mhm.
It's a good commissar, right?
So, in that case, I guess Gildo will be the one placing and playing bait in this
Oh
Falcon
yeah,
church.
bait. I'm the best bait.
You sure you don't want Lobos doing it? But you're like this
I got
huge
this.
space marine just was like, I'm a ninja. You see nothing.
Yeah, but
Well,
I
see,
have
can
something.
be stealthy ambushing. So
He
I have
holds
something
up
that
like a
you have.
leaf and disappears. Yeah.
right.
Sorry, Eric.
My secret weapon in this situation is something that Bjorn gave up, and my deficiency has turned into my strength here, and that I am just a mere human in the presence of a space marine and has to prove himself.
Nice.
All right. Well, in that case, everyone else roll stealth sense, I believe. You three are trying to hide as Gildo is standing in the open.
Yep.
Nice. And a glory.
Hmm.
Move a glory into the box.
Is anyone on the call, by
Astaras.
the way?
Hmm?
I feel like we should incorporate this car's machine gun in some possible.
I'm just not very ninja today.
Astara's stealth is she's standing out in the open.
I have a +3 to it. I don't know. I think I just rolled really bad, right?
I'm going to make sure that that's set
Is
up.
it psychic related? Like maybe is someone like seeing her psychically?
Yeah,
There
instead I
is
rolled
actually-
3 dice.
Like-
I just rolled really bad.
You know what I mean?
So there is actually a psychic power for that, which is like, I think it's called obscure or something like that.
Sure.
Sadly, Maggie does not.
You know? Okay. You know, like the Sauron's dark whispers?
Now,
No? Okay.
Maggie, I will allow you to attempt a power that you
No,
have.
don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
If you want to roll a psychic
Can I
mastery
mute?
test,
Can I mute him? Why can't I press the mute button?
Yeah?
you can obscure yourself from everyone's vision if you roll a difficulty 6
But
on
for
your
the-
psychic mastery.
for
This
the
is a
record, I'm
power
gonna
that
take-
you do not know, but you've seen
Wait, why are you letting me do this?
because you've seen this power. You know it's possible.
Oh.
It's just dangerous to try it.
Because he wants me to show. Oh my God! She just barely hit it.
Yeah,
Look at that.
got a 6.
Get out of here.
Yeah. So,
Oh, that's so good.
so Astara, where are you standing at the moment?
So this is like a bombed out church.
There's a couple body bags and the like of forgotten.
I probably would find somewhere that has high ground.
Yeah, there's actually a little bit of, I don't know what it's called, preaching balcony on one of the pillars that
Yeah, and
overlooks the entire
I
church.
think that I would, keep my distance from Gildo. I can probably be up to like 20 meters away, if not more than that.
Yeah, I mean, that's about the size of this church anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, so on one of the pillars is this wooden balcony that outlooks the congregation area. And you all see just Astara standing there, just very obvious. This kind of colorful looking purplish armor and the like, against this very dark gray burned out stone. And then she just vanishes.
Okay. I think I'm gonna look and see her vanish and go, I think I'll take the gun. And then walk over to the truck and hop into the spot.
So,
Okay.
Did you attempt to park the car stealthily by any chance?
Of course.
Okay.
We probably like parked it into like a near. It's probably like inside a building, but like the gun like outside of like pointing through a window.
I like that. Okay.
Something like that, right?
Now, mind you, the
Nice.
car itself is like, it still looks broken down, like super rusty, but
Even
the
better.
engine works. So it does automatically look like a piece of crap.
Yeah, so it's all part of the Mason sin. The
Lobos,
place.
did you roll
It's
your
fine.
stealth? Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Lobos is hidden AF.
Nice. This is
Alright.
a ninja.
Wow.
Ninja Bjor.
You flip the beacon on.
Yeah.
How long do you guys wait?
I mean, we're gonna wait at least a day.
Yeah.
Okay. Couple hours pass. What are you guys doing during the time? You do have your Vox communication, so you can communicate with each other.
Reminding myself that this is a great idea and this isn't an idiot suicide mission. Reminding myself that with the that Jeep parked with that giant heavy subber back there, that we have no doubt the supremacy of firepower, and that's going to make it rest easy on me.
And I totally won't hit you with any stray bullets.
No, you won't.
I just like to picture that
No, you won't.
every once in a while, as Luther is like swiveling ever so slightly, he pauses a second on Gildo and then goes on. Like, nah, too easy. Lobos, I forgot. Are you inside or outside the church?
So I think he would take a position like up top just to have that advantage if he can.
Okay.
If there's any other spots, like maybe it used to be 2-story and there's still part of that left over.
So around the church itself is cobblestone for about a 20-meter radius. And it's clearly a form. People used to come here for a market. This is a clear gathering spot for people. The buildings around it are burnt out, heavily damaged. Every once in a while you see a person, but they look more like they're going through the rubble looking for whatever and then scampering off. So you easily find a lookout point that you can like. A couple hours pass, more, nothing.
And then the helmet that I'm wearing also, it allows me to see in low light vision
Yes.
and even in occluded conditions. So if like any of that applies.
Oh, it does apply here, as none of the street lights are working. The power is out in this area due to severe industrial damage and infrastructure just being more or less destroyed in the civilian quarters. Yeah, so evening comes. Lobos, I want you to make the first awareness check.
Okay.
Complication.
You don't see anything. You think you see something in the shadows. You adjust slightly, and you knock some rocks off of your position, and they tumble to the ground below. But you don't see anything.
-1 to your st-
Luther, make an awareness.
Awareness.
Inside my head, I was hearing the what's it called? The little whenever you get seen in
Oh,
Yeah.
Metal Gear.
yeah, Metal Gear.
That used to be my text ringtone. Never annoying. Because it would go off like every 5 seconds because people text me. Or they used to. Not
I
anymore.
can't like
And I'm
not hear that sound in my head.
happy. Luther, you immediately notice several figures moving up at the crouch.
Oh boy.
One of them makes a clear hand signal and points towards the location of Bior as the rocks hit the ground.
Okay, we're wearing headsets, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Comms. So I will say Bjor, you've been made. Make the best of it.
Bjor will try and do a quick sweep of wherever somebody could be, and if he doesn't see anybody, he's gonna like try and pull back from his little roost and like hide further in, if he can.
Yeah, make another awareness roll for me.
Okay.
While he's rolling that, Frank, I'd like to. Is it possible? Because where I saw them, do I think it's feasible for me to slowly turn the gun towards where they are without being noticed, or is it too much visibility?
Make a stealth roll. Let's see.
Before I roll it, and of course he can roll first. Does it seem like it's gonna be very difficult, or it does seem like no, I could probably pull it off without you giving me a number?
There's a good chance.
Okay.
You're in a building. It's greased, so you can't really make that much noise.
Okay. Cool.
It's not making like a noise. It's more like a soft sliding noise.
Do you want to approach him first? Or you want me to roll first?
I'm going to. Actually, I want this to be simultaneous. So you roll yours.
As soon as we get that over our comms from Luther, I would like to activate my fortune power.
Perfect. Bjorn.
I don't understand. I'm supposed to do the bait. What am I supposed to do?
Gilda's like, I was the
I'm supposed
tasty
to be the
one.
bait. Their space marine keeps taking all the glory.
Speaking of
Actually,
glory,
he gave us the
Gildo, take a
glory.
wrath.
Why? You're right.
Because I thought that was funny, and I can award wrath when I please.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
And wrath it can be granted whenever you guys roleplay awesomely. So,
Oh,
of
does he
you-
get another one?
Yeah, he gets a free one.
I have to add
So-
these.
Bjor, as you're shifting position, you hear the sound of boots on the floor below you. They're trying to be quiet, soft. They're slowly moving up the stairs. There's at least 3 pairs of footsteps.
Okay. Is there a feasible like way that I could rappel down like kind of the roost that I had set up in, or
You have a rappel line.
are you? Oh, did you ask me if I had one?
Yes, do you have?
Oh, not if that's not standard. I didn't select that.
You can
explicitly.
totally spend a wrath to make a narrative declaration saying that you do.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, you
nice.
can do that.
Okay. Yeah, I
I
guess
forgot I was spending wrath. Fuck.
kind of seeing that he's getting pinned in by a bunch more people. He's gonna try and do that, and then trying to remain stealthy about it, so that he like disappears and they come up and they're like, "Where'd he go?" But then just like not reveal his position just yet. Oh, whoops.
You don't have to roll the athletics for the rappel. I am going to make you roll that stealth though.
Stealth.
Oh yeah, you pass. Oh sorry, I think another glory.
Jeez.
Yeah. Getting you all the glory. Spend it, guys.
Frank, if that was a failure, I will spend a wrath to try to re-roll it.
Okay. Next time, however, you have to declare that you want to reload first.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But go ahead for now. That's just for next time.
Shit. Okay. I will do that. So I failed.
Yes.
Fuck.
Yes.
Ooh,
Hey,
another
accept his
complication.
result.
Same result with a complication.
So tell me what happened.
What do you mean? My apologies.
What's the bad thing that happened?
Oh, okay. My apologies. So, because the complications down there, the cards are only for combat, right? I can't pull one.
Yeah.
All right. So I was, like I said, slowly turn the thing around to try to get it so that I could aim it at them. And it wasn't necessarily that I, because it's a failed stealth check. Damn it, can't do anything else. It caught light the wrong way. You know what I mean? It sent a little.
Maybe the
Flashlight
tarp that
down.
was covering you now like slowly slid because you.
Yeah. And so they maybe didn't necessarily see exactly me on a gun, but they definitely saw a flash of light in that direction.
Yeah, so almost immediately you hear somebody shout, "Long barrel!" And you hear people coming into the building around where the truck is parked.
Okay.
Can we attack them?
If you wish,
What do they look like they're wearing?
make an awareness check.
Oh, I rerolled the entire check. Apparently, I was supposed to press the reroll button.
Oh yes, you were just supposed
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back to the original one and press the reroll button. It says error. So let's try with the new one.
Wow.
Still a complication.
But that's because I had to use the new one because the old one errored at me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm counting that
All right,
complication.
I'll roll in a
Come on!
Yeah.
Sorry, you can scry, by the way.
Oh, I
It
can?
will put strain on you, however, because you're using 2 war powers at the same time.
Oh. To stay hidden?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll just do awareness for now.
Okay. From where you are, you can't tell. They're dark figures in shadows, from what you can see. Possibly an effect of the warp itself around you is not only obscuring you, but obscuring your vision outwards as well.
I can
Alright.
spend Wrath to... I can like re-roll failures, right?
Yes, you can. You can spend 1 wrath to re-roll a failure.
But that would just mean... Does that mean I can re-roll that full entire roll, or do I just roll the dice that failed?
The dice that failed. However, next time, for same with Scott over there, if you are going to spend a wrath to re-roll a failure, just declare it beforehand. You only spend the wrath if you succeed, not if you fail.
Oh. I have to declare it before the roll, though.
Mm-hmm. I'll let you do it now, but just for future reference.
Okay. So that was my awareness check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did not.
Ooh,
Got ruined.
you got a glory point. So what you do notice as you see a slight glint coming from where the truck is, you see Lobos rappelling down, and there is, or not Lobos, Bjor rappelling down, and it looks like there's a few figures moving into a building near where he is rappelling down. It doesn't look like they're in a position to notice him, however.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. For glory points, do we have to say that those are things that we would do in advance?
That depends what it's going to be used for.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
Yeah, because glory is increase the dice pool, increase damage, increase severity, or seize the initiative in combat. Most of which you can be like, I do this whenever.
Cool.
All right.
I guess Bjor would just kind of update everybody and just say, my position's been compromised. No visuals on the target. I think I've gotten away for now. But they know we're here.
I guess until we see exactly where they are, we can't really do much.
Yeah. You're from the opposite side of the church. You see figures running at a low crouch towards the church, in a position where, unfortunately, the machine gun cannot fire.
Can I get a visual on their outfit? See if they're the same guys that.
Make a awareness difficulty 4.
I'll spend a wrath to re-roll in case I fail.
Alright.
Or I don't know. Do I spend that when I re-roll or just?
You spend it when you reroll.
Okay. So if I pass on the first one, I don't have to spend it.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
You pass.
Got it.
They're wearing almost dark mustard colored khakis. Each one is carrying a las gun with a combat helmet. Around their faces are nothing.
Dark mustard was the color of the
One of
junta.
them.
Of the People's Republic. Tan and yellow.
And in yellow. Okay.
The Loyal
Which
People's
one's Dark
Republic.
Mustard?
Isn't that who we're with?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I don't know how to spell khakis.
He'll update the party and say
A-K-I.
he'll just tell everybody they're not wearing black armor. It's not who we think. They're in the tan uniforms. Or Republic.
What is that noise?
That is the airplane
Plane.
flying above us. It's super loud. I'm gonna do
Flying
this
over Frank and me because we both live.
Oh.
But I think his mic picks it up more than mine does. Because you guys aren't hearing it through my mic, right?
It's because I live closer to the airport.
Yeah, true. By like 5 miles, maybe. Not even.
Okay, I think it's gone now. Right? You guys still hear it?
Nope.
I think it's good.
I think
Perfect.
it's good.
All right. Yeah, it's always at 8 o'clock that big flyovers, right? All right.
Oh yeah, Bjorn just told everybody that it was more Republic and not the.
Yeah, he told us that they're
What?
wearing mustard. Okay. Wait, you've never seen the word khaki written before?
I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever bought khakis.
Even in a book, like, describing what a character is wearing or anything like that?
I
I
don't
don't
think
think I
you
read books where people wear khakis. Usually it's like fantasy or like science literature.
Mm. I guess I read a lot of variety.
And Frodo snuck toward the ring with his khakis.
Frodo. Share the load, Mr. Baggins. Share the load.
My precious.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, khakis are beige/tan. I think he was saying like they're wearing khakis and they also have
Yeah.
mustard armor on.
So khakis is actually
Military taupe.
a specific type of clothing.
like desert camo khakis.
Khaki is a material. But yeah. What are you guys gonna do? They're not slowly, they're quickly running towards the opposite end of the church.
Okay.
There's another jet coming, I can hear it.
I could definitely start this combat. But Maggie, you said over the somebody said over the intercoms that we think the
Bjorn said.
LPRT.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
I could have definitely mentioned that it isn't that the People's Republic.
We're gonna have to act fast. This again on comms. We're gonna have to act fast. Are we going to try to speak or?
These are the people we are working with. We don't want to hurt them.
I agree.
I say, and then
It
I'm
might
going
be
to.
the group of people who are trying to help find more people like us. This might be one of the groups.
You guys, again, you'll hear me do like the, like that
She's like,
agitated.
I have to talk to people again.
Yeah, and then I will stand up from where it was I was hiding before to get their attention. And literally, is this a gun, like a fully automated? It has to warm up before it fires, or is this just okay? So as I stand up, I'm gonna get their attention by letting off one round from the gun. You know what I mean? Which is gonna be loud because the big ass gun. So
You're gonna shoot?
one round from the gun. No,
Oh,
up
no.
in the air.
Up in the air. Just make a ballistic test for me. Very easy.
Why would you shoot up in the air instead of being like, halt, friend?
Get everybody's attention because there's more than just a couple. They're surrounding us. So single round.
Well, Delric's dead.
Nice knowing you. Told you you're gonna die.
See you later.
So, mind you, one above you is a ceiling. As you were parked in a building, you fire. It goes through the roof, but you immediately hear active battle chatter from the people that are already in your building. Within a few seconds of you firing the shot, with weapons raised from two sides, soldiers storm into the room, weapons pointed at you. They're all shouting.
Shit.
Unfortunately, it is in the Torian dialect. They're very hard to understand.
We're playing Mass Effect?
Yes. No, that's Turian. But you get the general gist of hands up, get down.
Now these are these people running in also look like the LPRT.
Yes.
Okay.
They're all
I'll say.
wearing, mustard-colored fatigues.
How many stormed into the room?
6 from each side.
Do they have red
12?
eyes?
No. They're not wearing anything over their faces, but they are wearing helmets. They're wearing combat helmets.
Right. Is there anything? I don't know. I don't like the look of this. I don't trust them. I think they're being mind controlled or something.
Yeah, something we kind of talked about beforehand, but I'm going to say no.
Well, we were saying that the people in the black armor with the red eyes were being controlled.
We came from, by the way, Thylo is actually where we were before, correct?
No.
No.
Oh, what was the name of the city we were actually in?
You are still in Estropolis.
Estropolis. I don't think I had that word written down before, so one second. Estropolis.
Yeah, sadly, you guys have not yet left that city.
That's fine. So I'm going to say no. Here with the command from Estropolis.
Ooh, you're gonna have to make a. We're trying to be
Intimidation.
intimidating.
I can do intimidation.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, intimidation.
Immediately,
All right.
just from your military knowledge, because I know you have a high enough military scholar skill, whatever. These are privates and corporals.
So I heard Lobos ask this question. I didn't quite hear the answer, or maybe I didn't quite hear the question. Can I say if I fail, I re-roll, spend a wrath, but it doesn't actually spend if I don't have to use it?
That is correct.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to prepare my wrath for that one because this is important because you're going to try the diplomatic route. And I'm going to do the intimidation.
Nice. You pass, however, something bad does happen.
Yep.
Okay.
So, some of the soldiers do stand down, except for one. You didn't notice him in the back. He's not wearing a helmet. He's wearing a field cap with a single emblem on the front. There's 2 small triangles next to each other. He does have a las pistol raised at you. Lieutenant Dejan, identify yourself.
That's what he says his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant Dejan. Okay, I'm going to just assume that's how it's spelled. And I will.
Dijon mustard?
Yes.
Is it because there's a Dijon mustard bottle next to you?
No, it's because I mentioned Colonel Mustard in chat.
Oh, nice. I knew it.
Do you pronounce it? Do you pronounce it Dejan as opposed to Dijon?
No, Dijon.
Oh, okay. Okay.
However, I have to speak with an accent with these guys.
Oh, okay. That's the person that says something to me. So I'm going to look directly at that person and say, Luther Houchard, lower your weapon.
We'll say you're wearing a uniform of sorts. Who are you for?
I'm going to take a step off of the truck. So I was like more towards him. So again, I had no weapons out or anything like that, and start walking towards that soldier and say, "I'm for the Imperium." Yourself?
We're the people of the Imperium. Of course we're for.
Then lower your fucking weapon.
Make an intimidation check.
Absolutely.
Again?
Yeah, but I'm not going to set up a wrath or anything.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do that.
Nice. Oh. Oof.
He
It's
slowly.
not the best.
Oh, Eric, throwing shade.
Thanks, Eric.
I don't know. 5's dangerous. Like that's.
You get it. It's more of a sense of
It's
he's
a real-
lowering his weapon, not because you told him to, but because you're clearly unarmed and surrounded. He does not holster his weapon, however.
That's fine.
Sure.
He did what he was commanded to. He can live this day. So then I will I'll look about the rest of them. I assume just a quick glance at the rest of them. This is supposed to be the point of contact. This is the commanding officer.
Yes.
Okay. I will then say, how many of you are here?
Wired.
Enough to deal with your wrong voice. Enough to deal with your friends in the church. We saw both of them. The one over there, and he motions to where Lobos was, and the one by your device. What is it?
I'm like wave.
Yeah.
We saw my bait.
It's me.
It's me.
Enough to deal with. I look around the room and say, there's not enough in this room to handle a space marine. Why are you here?
The device. And please, don't tell fairy tales here. We all know the stories.
Entertain me then.
Well, the Emperor's Angels, yes. A wonderful story. Yes, they once existed, but even if they did exist yet, they wouldn't be out here. Not on tour. Why would they come here? They all died years ago. Did you not know?
It's one of those things where you're just looking at stupidity in the face and you just like, I want to explain how dumb you are, but you just won't get it.
Yeah. You immediately get it's like, oh right, this is a fucking backwater world.
Yeah. All right, so then I'm gonna put that one aside and say, what do you want with the device?
What is it?
You don't know what the device is, and you come here in force to take it from those who have aligned themselves with you?
I don't even know who you are. Never heard of you.
Perhaps you should radio to command.
He takes a second, and he looks towards his soldiers and says, be on guard. Watch him. If he attempts anything, shoot him in the kneecaps. And he turns at that and starts to walk out of the room, pressing his intercom.
I assume that I could have left my comms open so that others would have heard that no problem.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I also take note of the fact that he said other two, and I'm like, yay, he doesn't know where the future dead person is. I mean, Maggie.
Oh, he knows where Gildo is.
Future
Oh.
dead person.
Sorry, I'm not going to kill you, Maggie. Totally not.
Yeah, and about the same time that he walks out of the room talking, about 12 of these soldiers storm in almost in a line through the back of the church, all yelling for Gildo to put his hands up, get down, don't move.
I'm just laughing.
How many of them are down there doing that to him?
12.
Wait, so there are 25 people here?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Cool. So I will. This is not meant to be a command. It's meant to be a suggestion. I don't think you should do that.
Lieutenant Dijon is not in the room right now.
I said that to the people down below, because obviously that was an advantage to, right? So I holler that down there.
One of the soldiers guarding you just shouts, "Oi, no walking."
I have no idea what he said, so I just ignore it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lobos, you are basically playing a game of chase with the guys
Oh, I see.
as you repelled down as they were entering the building.
Well, so I think at one, like as soon as he had heard like the shot and then started hearing chatter on the comms, I think Bjorn would have headed for where Luther is just to try and like help with the situation, if that it would even help. He thinks it would help, so whether stealthily or not, he's gonna try and make it to where Luther is and all the other
Okay. Well, do you want to be stealthy or not?
not really.
Okay.
He's not gonna like sprint because he doesn't want to seem aggressive or anything like that. He's just gonna kind of walk in with gun
Well, he
down.
knows that he heard over comms that they already know he exists.
That too, yeah.
Roll intimidation.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh. You get an additional
Yeah.
1 on that because I'm nearby.
Is it 1 dice or 1 point?
Hold on, I just want to make sure I read that correctly to you. +1 rank. So that's
what's that
it.
for?
Because
Neither
I am
so.
fearsome respect.
Yeah. So
Nice.
that 3 turns into
Nice.
a 4.
Nice.
Um,
Cool. I didn't know about that. Sorry.
immediately, because this is a different type of fear test, basically, from what
Gotcha.
Luther has been doing. He's a human. You are not.
Hmm.
You
Oh.
are superhuman.
Big boy.
Immediately, the 12 soldiers in this room, as they hear you walking, thundering closer, immediately shy away. Lieutenant Dijon walks back into the room, and he doesn't notice you at first as he's focused on Luther. They've never heard of you. Who the fuck are you?
Oh my
Name-
god.
My name is Bjorn. What have you come to do here? This is a big mistake.
He looks side to side. It's like, because he literally just told Luther that you're a fairy tale. Make a persuasion roll.
Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't think I can help with that one.
Wow. Oops.
I have a 0 on that, so.
Yep, no, nothing. Sorry, man.
Your armor doesn't match the others.
What others?
Who do you think?
The ones that we were trying to take care of?
The goddamn junta strike team that killed millions.
That's who we were trying to bait down here.
I don't think you understand.
Maybe we don't.
Farming City.
Oh.
They took out our industrial capacity. Millions will starve now. You're lucky. You don't look like one. Almost.
Well, he doesn't really have anything to say that.
Very space wolfy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Astara, I like to think, is just standing there, just humming her song. Soldiers are like, "What the fuck is that noise?"
He's being like really quiet, especially since they said that they only saw 3, and obviously the 3 are there, so they don't know I'm there. So I'm just being really quiet.
Yeah.
At the top, I'm looking down. I'm watching.
Gildo, When they attempt to force you to your knees, do you comply?
My knees.
Yeah, they're telling you to get down.
Sure, but like I'm gonna do it like in a smart alecky way.
Sarcastically get on my knees.
Yeah. Right.
How do you sarcastically get on your knees?
Yeah, I'm a soldier. Oh, but like
He'll find a way.
announcing. Please, I just need to get a pen from the car if you want my autograph. Like, so my hands are up.
Yeah. And Gildo, a couple of them go towards where
The knife?
you. Well,
Yeah.
no,
Nah, they didn't touch the knife. They don't.
Yeah,
they
no.
do not touch.
they're not trying to disarm you. They're oddly enough keeping their distance away from you, but weapons pointed. But one of them goes to where they think the beacon is, and they start rifling through the area.
Oof. I wouldn't touch that if I were you.
Well, not.
I mean, I'm probably gonna point to Astara and say,
Star's invisible.
"Oh wait, that's right. You're invisible." Yeah. I don't know. I don't.
So why would you want to keep my position away?
That's right. I wouldn't. I forgot you
I'm
were.
the
I forgot.
only one they don't
It's my
know.
mistake. It's my mistake. I forgot you're invisible. I wouldn't have said that. What I would say is that I would say that. Well, all I know is that whatever it was, our Mechanicus friend was loving it, and I don't know. It just seems above my pay grade. Probably above yours. I'd be careful.
And he lifts up whatever's covering it. It's like, oh, it's a block box. Is it a bomb?
No.
And he gets a look of confusion on his face. What is it then?
Something else. Kinda signal thing. Not sure. That's what we were trying to find out before you chuckle fucks ruined the party.
Signal to you.
I don't know what he said.
Signal to who?
I don't know, wise guy. That's why we were here in the first place.
Then why the fuck will you test it?
We want the same. Look, you're getting the wrong impression. We want the same bastards. We're on the same side. We're just fighting it from two different ways.
And I think at that point you would hear one of the other soldiers shouting something along the lines of, "Who the fuck is that?" and point towards Bior.
Yeah.
As he's casually walking.
Oh yeah. Did I forget to mention we have a space marine?
What the bedtime stories?
I just look at him. It's like, yeah, he's fucking everything. He's the real deal. You know, like that's.
Yeah, and at that, I think we'd go to break.
Yeah, every time I take a look at Bior, I need to take a break too.
Oh, the best line would have been, yeah, it's like, you know, like, you got the militarum, you got the ground forces, we got a space marine.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking more along the lines of, I don't remember the line from Pirates of the Caribbean. You best start believing in fairy tales. You're in one.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
Oh, that was Sir Geoffrey Rush, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna keep hyping you up, Lobos.
Your loves it.
Well, you kind of have to. It's that jealousy hype.
Yeah.
You're like,
I love
you're like
it.
the short hype guy to your big friend. like, I'm just here doing this
Get
stuff
away from my
because I'm jealous of what he got.
Yeah, you're being the Kevin Hart to the Rock.
Oh,
Oh, that's yeah.
Aw.
at least you're Kevin Hart.
Someday Gildo will
Almost funny.
be beast mode and Bior will give him mad props. So yeah, thank you all for watching. We hope you're enjoying it thus far, and if you are, be sure to click that follow button. If you want to support us in a monetary means, you can subscribe to the Twitch channel right here, twitch.tv/MargaretChrome. You get some cool emotes, and you can join our Discord. We do have an Unsung Fury chat where we do talk about all the things over there, spoilery if you want. And yeah, if you're feeling super duper generous, you can always also donate a large amount, as I do pay my entire cast. So we will see you all after a short break. Go get yourself some water, stand up, get to the stretches, do a little lifting. I don't know, whatever you do, or whatever you do, just stand up for a moment at least, so you don't get a blood clot in your leg. We don't want to be causing you problems. And we'll see you after a short break. Toodaloo. Hello everyone, welcome to the second half of Unsung Fury, episode 4. Woot! Drew back again, so if you're enjoying it, smack the follow button, hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube's, right, take it away. I'm trying to finish eating my chicken.
Did you also get Chick-fil-A?
No, not Chick-fil-A.
Oh,
We got
I
Popeyes,
did.
I think.
yeah. Oh, gross.
It's
I don't
actually
like-
not that bad. This is the first time I've had Popeyes before, really.
Well, Popeye's chicken is the shiznit.
Alright.
Little Nicky. Great movie. Adam Sandler. Back when he was actually funny. All right. So, several minutes have passed since we left off. Outside the church now, we find Luther, Bior, and Gildo surrounded by about 20 soldiers who are still on guard, but wary. Astara, where are you? Oh wait, you're eating. I shouldn't ask you a question.
Still up on top of the balcony.
Yeah, there's still
Down at
clearly.
everybody. No one knows I'm there, so I think I'm just gonna stay stealth.
Yeah, there's probably a couple soldiers around you, just talking to themselves, being like, mostly about the Space Marine and what the hell is that device? Is he a good guy or a bad guy? And you would get the feeling that this is the feeling for probably the whole group right now. Lieutenant Dijon is the one leading the conversation, and he's talking to mostly Luther at the moment, almost pretending that Bjorn doesn't exist as it shatters his preconception. And Gildo is just Gildo.
I think he's more jealous than Gildo is.
Is that true?
Possibly. I mean, you know when you lie and you immediately, or not lie, but something you thought was fake turns out to be true and it's right in front of you.
Listen, told you Santa was real, Frank. You just didn't want to believe me.
No, I already knew I am Santa.
What a twist.
Why do you think my beard grows so fast? It's already at like half an inch.
Well, there's
It's
that.
only 2 weeks.
Because it's full of lies.
Wow.
Oh. Here you go. You sit on a beard of lies.
I don't get it. I said,
All right.
beauty.
So he's mostly talking to me, you said?
Yes.
Has he already gotten down on his knees and performed some sort of act of forgiveness? Because he clearly was told by his supervisors that we are every right to be wherever we want to be.
Actually, quite the opposite. He immediately brings up curfew is coming out soon. You do not have your travel pass.
Excuse me?
You don't have your travel pass. Are you trying to travel among the city? You need your travel pass at the
I'm
moment.
going to travel where I please.
You're going to travel where the Lord Mayor says you can travel.
I just want to be clear before things go awry. Are you saying that the law of the Lord Mayor stands that above others?
I am saying that you do not have authority here to make such decisions on your own.
Oh, I have every authority to decide where I am going to be. Now, what do you want with this device?
Is it a weapon?
No,
What is it?
you didn't phone into your authority.
We did.
No, you did not, because they know exactly what that device is. I want to detect lieness, insight, I guess,
Insight. Yeah.
because the leader person we had a conversation that got broken into with, unless he died, and I didn't know because I wasn't here last week.
Which one?
The guy behind the desk
prison?
that I gave,
The
the
warden?
prison, yeah, warden,
The guy in charge of the prison?
yeah. He
The
knew what it
warden.
was, and he clearly would have passed the word along to others in charge.
Yes, the Lord Mayor.
Oh, there you go. Bam. Insight. I call him malarkey. Not looking.
Dang.
I'll let
I'm
you shift
malarkey.
one if you want to.
Huh?
I'll let you shift one.
Sure. I'll shift it into. I gotta look up shifting because I'm sorry, it's just been 2 weeks. Shifting. Because I can choose glory, or I can. I'm gonna improve quality. I want to know. I want to know as much as I can about this shitbag.
At the moment, you definitely get the sense he is not intimidated by you, intimidated by the Space Marine.
That's fine.
He doesn't appear to be lying.
So then it's just dumb. Which authority did you contact when you used your communications?
I contacted my direct commanding officer.
Very frustrated with the incompetence of these people. This device is none of your concern. We are none of your concern. We are going to go our separate ways now, because apparently you are hunting. All right, now I'm going to literally. I'm going to draw my sword now.
Immediately as you begin to draw, weapons come to the ready.
That's fine. I'm not afraid. I got a Space Marine. He can kill them all before I'm too concerned.
Yeah, you're in good hands.
I think Bjor would step in and say, "Put your weapons down," and he hold his hand out, not with any aggressive intent, just kind of trying to hold them back and say, "Look, we're just this is all a misunderstanding. We're on your side, and we're trying to do some reconnaissance and figure out who attacked the city.
That's what we want to know too.
Exactly. So why don't we just pack it up, go home, and share a lovely dinner with the family?
Roll an insight.
I'm not good at insight.
I'm done asking questions, but this guy keeps being obnoxious.
Oh, you pass.
That was actually, yeah.
Very good. You're a space marine. You notice the smaller facial expressions far easier than most people. When you say family, there's a slight twinge in his eyes, and it's an actual lore thing. Space Marines notice things.
Oh, nice.
They know. Yeah, no, Scott. This is for this part. You passed yours fine. He's not lying. He's telling the truth. This is directly for this reaction to what Bjorn just said.
God.
This is the reaction to what Bjorn said. When you mention go home to your family, you see a slight twinge in his eyes of pain. And Luther, I was going to mention it, you see it too. But now you don't. now you don't see it. It's a take backseat. No, but you both notice when you mention family, his eyes kind of crease in pain. And he looks at you. Continuing with his line of question. Is this device meant to contact the junta?
Mind you, I've answered all of his questions so far. So I'm going to say, no. How did you track this device?
We didn't.
When we activated the device, you arrived moments later.
There was several hours.
Yeah, well, you arrived an appropriate amount of time later. Moments would have been ridiculous. That means they weren't tracking it. It means that,
The gate guard from your compound told us you left. We had a patrol in the area. They saw someone in the church. They radioed in.
could have opened with that.
You could have tried to tell us you were testing it.
If you are here for our protection, then your guns should be pointed the other direction. We are testing the device right now and seeing that if it's going to summon what it was that had happened in the city we were in prior.
We are not here for your protection. We are here for Esther Pulse's protection. You are an unknown.
I don't think you're fucking understanding. Listen, we activate the device. We believe the device, which is why we're testing it away from other people. A couple of fuckheads showed up. That it is what called the attack to the city before. We're testing that. You're currently aiming the guns at the wrong people. If it is summoning an attack, don't you think you should be looking outwards?
Make a persuasion roll.
No. Make an intimidation check. I was roll persuasion because that's technically right. I suck at persuasion so bad. I'm not persuasive.
You're just intimidating.
Yeah. I'm literally on the verge of killing. If he says no one more time, he's going to die, and the next in command is going to take over. So.
What's in the immediate area around him, around them?
So they're in the middle of this cobblestone form. There's rubble, leftover scattered remains that have not yet been picked up. Couple body bags off to the side of the road.
Okay. This terrace, is there a way for me to come down to where they're at?
You can walk off of the little balcony and walk down the aisle or the sides of the aisle.
Okay.
It's a mostly blown out church, so you can exit it pretty much anytime you wish.
Then I'm going to be slowly walking down as he's talking to this guard.
So fucking.
Are you walking stealthily?
Yes.
Okay, roll stealth. You're still going to be obscured, no matter what. But
Ooh.
your footsteps do make creaking noises on the wood balcony. And the two guards below you immediately turn around, and you can see it in their faces. They hear the noise and they have no idea. It should not be creaking.
Wanna keep walking?
Yeah, so as you walk by them, one of them weapon raised goes towards the balcony and tests it.
Test his weapon?
Yeah, he's moving his weapon down. He puts a foot on it and it creaks. And he looks back at his friend and shakes his head and you see them put their hand to their head as they activate their background, and boy, something weird's happening.
This is the LT says?
No, this is what
The other guy?
other guy in the church says.
And so we don't hear it because it's over by Maggie, right?
No. Be on guard. I don't know if we can trust them.
So I'm gonna say to this idiot, I'm gonna say, I'm done with this game. I don't know if you've noticed, but literally everyone here outranks literally everyone that you have brought here in every way measurable.
Then there's Gildo.
He does too. He's really important.
I'm sorry.
We like him a lot.
Where are your credentials?
All right, I'm gonna kill this guy.
Before he does, when he says, where's your credentials, I'm just gonna appear randomly, magically in the room, I guess. And
Oh my god, what's his name from Sailor Moon? Out of the corner.
oh yeah,
Tuxedo?
yeah.
The masked
Tuxedo
man.
mask.
Masked
Yeah,
man,
tuxedo
whatever.
mask. Thank you. Yeah.
So close.
Yeah,
Mask,
here I am. Just surprised.
And she's gonna be holding out, and you just hear a flip of her badge, and she'll be like, "No
While
need for that.
driving.
No need for that, Luther." She sees him going for his holding his weapon, prepared to.
Yeah. Astara, make a intimidation with 2 extra dice.
Don't forget about the +1 because of me.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
three extra dice.
No, I give you a +1 success.
Oh. How do I add that?
Instead, next to bonus die, hit roll modifier. I think it says.
Oh, okay. Roll on.
yeah.
And bonus die is 2.
Mm-hmm. Because these yeah.
Woo!
Oh, but a ruin.
A
Uh-oh.
10.
No,
that
that's
gives
a
us glory.
good one.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
Yeah. So
It'd be ruined if he
Yeah,
was
glory.
rolling it. If the GM was rolling.
all right. So just to quickly explain, they're already intimidated. This basic soldiers are already intimidated by Luther. All of them are intimidated by Bior. And then you fucking appear out of nowhere. Explain how you disarm this situation.
My friend here, he speaks the truth. We are here on business. It is probably not safe for anyone else to be here. So if you're not prepared to fight, I would say leave now. But if you are and you want to fight for the Emperor, which I would say, all of you should stand guard.
Yeah, as soon as you say... First, as soon as you appear, most of the regular soldiers...
And my badges of the Adeptus Vitae, because people in chat might not know. I've
Yeah.
been here before. Or Beatis.
Yeah, as soon as you firstly appear, second as they notice your badge of office, they immediately, most of them shock back. You literally came out of thin air. The Lieutenant Dijon himself takes a step back, questioningly, looks over towards your badge, and then back at you. It's like, and he says, "Where did you come from?"
I don't owe you any explanation. I could ask you the same, but I already heard the whole story. You're just trying to do your job, and we are trying to do ours. We're not going to stop you, and you shouldn't stop us. But if you stay here any longer, you are giving away our position.
He nods slowly. All right. If this is our BD's work, we'll leave you to it. You and your fairy tale. And when he says fairy tale, he looks towards Bjor.
Almost want to kill him for that.
Or you can fight alongside us. For the Imperium.
All right. We can. We're hunting the same people. He said that much. He's
Then
just being
do
an
what
asshole.
Luther says. If he
Point
gives you a
towards Luther.
position to hold the position.
I cut off that hand.
And I would
Do you want
say
to start a fight?
we all need to be very quiet. I look at Gildo, except him. He's our bait. And then I'm gonna walk back up the stairs and go back to my spot.
Leave me alone. Yeah. You do.
So I
have that
basically just
sneaky
told them,
wizard
like,
move.
listen to Luther, do what he says, stay in your positions, be quiet. Other than him.
2 soldiers that were there in the church, like, look at you with ashen white faces, just dumbfounded. It's like, what the fuck? They have no idea where you came from. They have no idea if it was you. They just know this place is haunted. But yeah. Lieutenant Dijon turns back towards Luther and says, all right. Just make sure your travel pass is in order next time.
Fuck off.
And he kind of gives you like a wry look as he turns and motions for the soldiers to take positions.
I'm gonna go back up onto the gun. Oh, actually, really quick, Frank.
Mhm.
I'm not a bad shot
Yeah.
by any stretch, but does it look like there's a more capable person amongst his group of people that isn't Douchey McGee?
No.
Okay, then I'll,
Oh,
I'll,
they're
I'll
all right.
hop back to my spot.
I'm proud of them for fighting alongside us, though.
First off, you rolled intimidation of 10, so
Right.
You know what's funny is if you didn't, I would have, expressed some wrath to teach them the merits of glory.
oh,
So.
except that you would have pissed off the entire city.
That's okay. That's fine. It's maybe pissed off than pissed on, Frank.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, Maggie. I didn't mean to fetish shame you.
What? Ew.
Moving on. So you all take your positions. Some of these soldiers are not in the most stealthy of positions, but enough.
They could be with me.
Okay.
Or warn them.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can have a small group of like 5 of them by a campfire in the church.
The ones who have a campfire, I let them know that they probably should put it out. And I was like, well, they want to put that out unless you want to be bait alongside me.
No, I was saying if you wanted some of them to be bait with you.
No.
No, in that
I'm
case-
taking the dangerous task all on my own.
Yeah, in that case, they're
I wouldn't ask
gathered about.
anybody to join me in this dangerous task.
By the way,
Brave
Star,
people would volunteer.
are you attempting to obscure yourself again? Uh-oh.
I think it's Maggie.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes. I thought you froze for a second. Are you trying to obscure yourself again?
If I'm allowed to.
It's going to be another psychic mastery test. Difficulty 6. You can unbind yourself and add more dice to the pool.
Can I use some of this glory? You guys mind?
Go ahead.
for it.
I think I can only use one.
I'm saying unbind your Psychic powers.
But I'll use a glory to increase my dice pool.
Okay.
That's gonna be my psychic mastery, right?
Difficulty 6.
Don't forget the what?
Oh, it's a difficulty of 6.
Yeah. And then I guess if I fail, I'd like to do the wrath points to reroll.
Alright.
Since I do have 1 wrath left. Roll.
You do not pass, but you can reroll if you want to.
Yes. Do I just reroll all of that then?
Yep.
Do I just hit the reroll
the
button?
reroll button. Yeah.
Ooh,
Alright.
9.
And you do spend that wrath now.
Yes.
Alright. So it doesn't work at first. You get a slight pain in the back of your head. And then you try again, and immediately, almost as if a curtain falls before you, you are invisible. And yet,
The 2 guys that were up in the balcony that watched me walk up there just are like, and now I disappeared again.
fuck. At this point, they just leave. Yeah, that was their reaction.
I don't know if you guys all heard that.
I did.
Cat dropped something. I probably should go.
We all heard the explosion.
Yeah. So a star just explodes in warp energy as a cat runs about. Several hours pass once more. In total, about 7 hours have passed now. No reaction, no nothing. Then 8, then 9. Then Lobos makes an awareness check.
Uh-oh. I'll just make it. Ooh.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. A couple of vagabonds moving about. Close to the church. Yeah, when they see Gildo, they
Pass
move
curfew.
out of the way. It is indeed past curfew.
All clear on this end.
The twin moons are high in the sky. The vagabonds don't look right, though.
How so?
One's walking with an unusual gait. As if he's carrying something heavy underneath his cloak.
I guess he'll alert the party and just say, suspicious wretch over here might be hiding something under his cloak. And I don't know if he can somehow direct the party to where he's looking.
They came up near the side of the church. Still in line of sight to Luther's main gun. And if a star wishes to look, she would be able to see.
Yeah, can I scry?
You can scry if you want to. It will strain you because it's 2 psychic powers at once.
What do I need to roll for strained?
I'm just gonna say 1d3 shock.
So it says I can actually duration strained when I roll it.
Well, in that case,
Do I just select that?
I
It says duration strained. Like others say like duration instance, duration 1 round. That one specifically is
say-
duration strained.
roll the strain on it. I want to see if it's higher than.
5.
Yeah,
I get a complication, I think.
yeah. That technically is a parallel of warp.
Oh yeah, it's true. Do I roll?
But yeah. Yes, 2d6.
Oh boy, everyone's gonna die again.
Uh-oh. Wait, we're exploding again?
Yeah. Well, we don't know.
Yeah, I know.
14.
14. Oh, that's not bad.
It's a low number, so I feel like it's not as bad.
I don't know if it works that way. I don't think it works that way.
Oh, it doesn't work that way? Is low mean worse? Maybe.
I don't know. I think it's all over the place.
Oh no, it is all over the place.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Hilda, what are you wearing?
My
Gilda.
normal fatigue. I mean, technically, I'm wearing armor too.
Yeah. Do you have like a fire or anything set up or anything to keep you busy?
I mean, if it's nighttime, there probably is a campfire because it needs to be noticed. So yeah.
So as you're by the campfire,
Yeah.
first your shoulders feel cold, and then the rest of you notice the fire dimming, growing smaller, as the thin line of frost slowly envelops it, and you notice the nice sheet of ice across the floor as the condensation has frozen. The temperature has dropped from a nice 20 degrees Celsius to 0. It is now very cold all around you, Astara, for 25 meters. All surfaces are slippery and require a difficulty number 2 to cross.
Well, I'm not gonna. No, I probably would sit there, freezing my butt off next to this fire.
The fire doesn't go out; it just shrinks very.
Yeah, I mean, I have my toughness. If you want me to make a survival to tough it out,
You can see your breath.
yeah. I'm not cold. I'm not cold. You're cold.
Roll survival, anyways. You don't have to, but I just want to see. Yeah, you're fine.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We just have a really good cooling system.
Yeah. You know, this rune church has the best AC in the entire planet. Yeah, so you are still able to.
Nowhere near as bad as Catachan, let me tell you.
It's a hot jungle world.
Yeah, I was like, it's a hot jungle.
Super.
I'll take this over the super heats any day. You know, that's what.
Okay,
You
that
can always
part,
put more layers on. You can't take more layers off. That's my theory of it all.
Yeah. Oh, I love the cold. Yeah. So, Astara, you scry and you let out your breath, and the steam slowly spreads through the room as the slowly unleashes.
Actually, I can't move my body.
But you do see two figures. They are wearing dark cloaks, covering most of their bodies. At first, they appeared to be looking into the building towards the fire and talking to each other in a low, hushed tone. They both turn slowly and begin to heavily lumber away.
Are they coming towards us?
No, they're moving away.
Okay. What does it look like they're carrying exactly? I can't tell.
They're wearing cloaks covering most of their bodies. If you want, make a awareness roll. See if you can spot anything.
Oh, I was gonna say, do I know what kind of cloak this is?
Yeah, like, are the styles consistent with what you see around Esteropolis?
Not really. It looks like they threw together blankets to cover their bodies and fashioned their own hoods.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not able to see much aside from the makeshift cloaks as they slowly walk away.
All right. Those were the people that Bior mentioned, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll come back to my from my vision and say, I don't think we need to worry about them. They look like they just make cloaks and they are walking the other direction. They're not coming our way.
Roger.
Yeah, so they slowly exit the scene. One of them slipping on the ice ever so slightly.
They're within 20 meters? 25 meters?
Yeah, they came up right onto the church.
Oh.
Yeah, you would tell they were peeking in, looking at
They're looking at what's
Gildo.
happening.
Are we sure these aren't scouts?
I don't know. I didn't get much information from them. But I also rolled bad, so. My
As did I
scry
when I
was
rolled
really
mine.
good, but I don't.
Bjorn. You could tell that they were walking with heavy gaits, like they were carrying heavy things under their cloaks.
So I do say triggering from you or anybody else if they have anything to add. You know, I'm sure they're not scouts.
Oh,
Perhaps.
are we? Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
see anything on them that made me think so. But
I'll look over to Lieutenant Douchebag and say,
Dijon douchebag.
Dijon
Hey.
Mustard.
"Hey, Frenches, do you have one or two of your boys here that are a little quiet on their feet?"
I have a few.
Think you could send them just for a short little walk? Follow those two, see if they're up to anything.
We'll keep an eye on them.
Immediately regret my decision. Well, keep an eye on them sounds like, "Hey, you! Hey, get back here!"
All right.
I don't think keep an eye on them means like go shout at
Yeah,
them.
he's not bright.
Let's roll stealth for that.
Oh, he's gonna roll stealth. Yeah.
Oh man, really? No, I'm just gonna flip you guys up to PC roll. These guys don't have good stealth.
Of course they don't. So I wanted to choose the light on the feet guys.
Then it's just as default because it's just PC stuff. Yeah, they follow. Doesn't look like they've been spotted.
Better stealth than I could do.
Right.
The idea is that they would only go for a short while as opposed to follow them forever, but that's out of our hands at this point. It's in the NPC's hands.
Well, we are. I'm sure we're all sharing command like comms. We want like a channel that we're all sharing, probably.
Yeah. So, how long do you guys wait?
Through the night?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
the night,
I think the
definitely.
plan was to wait night and day.
All right. So another couple hours pass, and Lobos has to make another awareness.
Oh, only Lobos.
But he has Overwatch.
He's on the
Oh,
hill thing, right?
Overwatch.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely fighting Xenos, huh?
And a complication.
Yeah.
We need
So
a better Overwatcher.
you don't notice anything, but whew,
But luckily, it doesn't notice you either.
there's
No.
in your heads up display. There's a slight glitch that blinds you for a second before just readjusting the computer, going through a quick diagnostic in your helmet.
How out of the ordinary is that?
It happens. When's the last time you properly applied the sacred unguents and went through the proper machine prayers?
On the what now?
Yeah. Welcome to 40K. Your armor is a religious relic.
Ah.
So you need to, say the sacred prayer.
So it's my fault.
Towards it.
I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Alright.
the machine spirits is slightly upset. And by the way, for anyone listening, my personal theory, the machine spirit is in fact artificial intelligence in everything. My personal theory, and I think it's actually true. I think it's been confirmed. So, fun fact, your bolt gun has a machine spirit that you need to appease every day.
Oh yeah. If no,
Gildo
like
talks
if I
to
can
it.
for
My
just a second. So there's a series called Astartes, and I know I've talked about it before. And the very first episode, like there's 2-minute clips and stuff like that. It's like you watch all the Space Marines getting ready to go into drop pod to go attack a ship, and you see them all, and like they're like doing like little like incense on their guns.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like it's a deal. Like it's a big thing.
Yeah. Like all these characters, he is a tech priest.
Yeah.
Their whole thing is they worship the Omnisci, also known as the Machine God. And yeah.
Okay. Well, I think his reaction would be to try and do something in the meantime to appease the.
Yeah. Probably have a litany of self-diagnostic as it's doing its own. Something weird happened. Let me fix it. Yeah. So, Luther, make an awareness for me.
Oh,
Difficulty 3.
bam!
Perfect.
A complicated 3.
You hear Lieutenant Dijon on his radio. That do mean that we lost contact with the two. You'll find them. Probably just out of range. And that's all the information he offers.
Sure.
He's talking on his radio, and you overheard him.
Yeah. So on our own private comms, so they're not listening in, I'm gonna message over to them. The two that we had sent out to follow after, they've gone missing. It's likely they were more than they seem to be. But may I also tip them off as to there being an ambush lying here. Just be prepared for anything. I think it's going to...
I could try and track them down if we think it's important. They may be key players in this.
I don't think I want the group to split up right now.
Right.
This might be a shoot first, ask later situation.
I want to go. I want to go hunting so bad. Okay.
Feel free to, because I'm not commanding officer telling
I
you.
know.
Yeah.
No, if you don't mind, Derek, I think what it'd be really cool. I think if what happens is you're saying that and stuff, and then I come over and because I've stopped being the bait because I know it's not working anymore, and I just come back and you're everyone should stick together, and I just come over with the heavy stuff. I'm going hunting.
Okay.
Tired of waiting around here.
I'll when you say that, going hunting, trying to wait around here, I'll shrug, look over to Lieutenant and say, spare a few more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to command me?
I'm definitely going to kill this guy. Are you saying that you're too afraid to do this work?
I'm saying that technically I'm on R&R.
I have my bolt gun pistol thing out, drawn, and I aim it at him. Give the command.
For what? Send more of my boys out to go. Search for... Oh. Right. I'm supposed to be provost after all. Okay, we'll go arrest the 2 vagabonds. Send them to one of the camps. Alright. And he clicks his radio on. Karlak. Vincenza. Go find the 2 missing boys.
Those guns are for you there, Eric.
Yeah.
Nice.
I look to the left and right of me, size them up and say, I may not be one of you in uniform. I'm one of you in heart. It's an Imperium. When one goes missing, we get him back. Shh. I don't know. I just always got to cock a gun.
I like how you've already cocked it.
Never
so
wasted
I know.
bullets.
Cock.
a bullet just
charges
flies
it,
down.
Yeah.
We're gonna ignore that, all right? It's an action movie. It's
Talk
okay.
about tracking people. Be like, well, we know he's been here.
Right.
Yeah, so
Let's get our boys back, kind of thing, right? And yeah,
Okay,
I
got
want to do this because it's like, you know, they gotta look out for one another, and there's that kind of thing. And even though I'm not part of their group, I want to be like, you know, like a kind of a goodwill.
Yeah. Lobos, will you be joining them?
I think he's gonna stay back, actually.
All right.
These
So-
humans perplex me.
Yeah, so right now it looks like the beacon's totally unguarded as all three of you are facing it. There's this light fire still flickering in the cold as...
I'm above it, right? I'm
Yeah.
on the balcony. Okay.
Like everywhere around you is still cold though. It's basically a sphere around you of 25 meters that is just 0 degrees.
I spent the last 16 hours being bait, waiting for the enemy to come to me. Now, this time, for me to go to the enemy. Another bolt goes out. I forgot I already did that.
I just like to picture both these guys just like watch the bullet arc through the air and then
And I catch it. No, but I catch it and I put it back.
Ah!
all right, Eric, take a wrath point for that. I like it.
He already
Yeah.
has 3.
Who cares?
Ooh, it looks like he can't take another. By the way, Delric, take a wrath for just generally being intimidating and dealing with a lieutenant who doesn't like you.
He's not gonna live.
All right, Frank, what do I got to do to get these boys back?
All right, so you are going to
Did
be
you get
tracking.
another then,
That is
Dollar?
a survival.
Survival.
Now it's urban tracking, so
Okay. Survival. I got plenty of that.
I was going to say a little more difficult for you. Difficulty.
Don't even start with me about survival.
Jesus.
I got a 13.
13.
Literally all
All
successes.
the dice,
Everybody,
yeah.
that's all successes.
Monster.
That's great successes. I just
I-
Yahtzeed that. I just
I was
Yahtzeed 13. What? I just Yahtzeed what? 9 dice? 10 dice?
That is crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah. I would like to push for everything.
Yeah, you can shift.
I would like to buy a Val, Frank.
Oh! I
Which
love how
one?
the game doesn't even have a reroll option. They're like, no, you just win.
Yeah, it's like no, you passed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a
so,
reroll option. That's right.
So you can
I don't want to.
shift 2 of them.
So, well,
When it's
okay.
over.
Well, before I shift, I need some help understanding what the scene's like, painting this tracking stuff, because it's like, I might pick speed if I hear the sounds of like a lictor around the corner. But you know, yeah.
It's not a lictor.
But then I might pick greater effect if there's like a risk or a danger from not getting them. Right, you know, if there's like two people split off and there's 2 people attacking and have to like Sophie's choice this or something, you know, like I don't know what to choose because I don't know what's the consequences, if that makes sense.
So, in the city itself, you do hear gunfire going off, just in short bursts throughout.
Sure.
Every now and then, a stream of anti-aircraft fire just soaring into the air as somebody thinks that they saw a vehicle flying overhead. But around you, the rubble, the destroyed civilian sector. At the moment, things are quiet, aside from the echoes of warfare, guns in the distance. The 2 soldiers with you would have let you know that they lost contact fairly quickly.
Okay. Then let's do this. I'll spend 1. I'll push 1 for gain information and then do the rest for improved speed, I guess.
All right.
All right. So my question for you is, what should I be on the lookout for?
So you know that they probably got maybe 10 blocks away.
Look at them. Look at these. Like, got them around, right? Sorry to interrupt you. It's just like, you know, the thing like footprints. They can't be that far from here.
Yeah, and one of the footprints, which clearly these 2 were following, is far heavier than the other 2. It's
Like they're holding something heavier?
Yes.
Right.
It's clearly a military boot, however.
Sure.
Look at this indentation. Deeper than the others. Clearly special weapons.
Yeah. And
And they're just like, what the fuck, dude? That just looks like rocks, man.
yeah,
They're like literally just like, what is he? What are you even doing? There's not even a print. How are you seeing this? Yeah.
yeah, because it's, both moons are in half effect at the moment.
Right.
And yeah, you're spotting all these, and you can tell exactly they went down this road, then this road, then this road, and it looks like it entered into a bombed out habitation unit.
Nice. Oh my god, could I have been pointing this out with my knife?
If you want.
Like, like I'm doing that like survival army squat thing with the knife, like putting it down around, like drawing out the boot print, like, see this here, like just Crocodile Dundee. It's like, all right, let's do it. Yeah. So it's a, what was it? Sorry, it was a apartment complex.
A habitation building. There's scorched flames on the doorway entering.
It doesn't look like. Oh yeah, sure. All right, so it was a flamer. So is there? So here's a question. It doesn't look like there were like a struggle or anything like that, right?
No, it looks like these two.
There wasn't a firefight.
The building.
There wasn't one dude with 6 guns.
No.
It's everywhere. Okay.
You made that joke last week.
I don't care. I'll make that joke every week.
Great movie.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So, what's the 2 people's names I'm with?
Vincenzo and I forgot the other guy's name.
Vincenzo.
Aircraft.
Vincenzo and Switch.
Yes, close enough. Oh my god, this plane needs to go by faster.
Vincenzo, Switch. The name's Gildo. When we get in that building, we're gonna be close. I know I can count on both of you.
They're kind of young. Like, they definitely seem like inexperienced soldiers. But yeah, they nod, rifles at the ready.
I mean it. He knows what we're gonna find in there.
I'm gonna say over comms to you. He wants me to look inside for you first.
Negative. Doing this on my own.
Like, I want to be badass.
You can still scry without his permission.
You totally can.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it'd be awesome if you do it for the betterment of me, because that's obviously not the optimal thing, right?
You are being the
But
oracle to his.
I think she
Right.
probably would.
Yeah,
All right, roll your scry.
Okay.
absolutely. I love that. Yeah.
6.
Hey, roll that parallel of the warp though.
Oh my
boy.
god.
Did. Alright, so
Uh-oh.
let's do. Oh no. I think everyone around me is gonna die again. I'm pretty sure that's what happens.
The air seems to shimmer and distort all around you within 25 meters. Everyone in the area suffers 1d6 shock.
Oh my
And I gain a
god.
rune point.
Well,
Rip everyone.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not there.
Yeah.
A nice glass is not my problem this time.
Luckily, you are actually still a good distance away from most everyone. So a couple of the soldiers just like, ow, my head. And some just flat out fall unconscious. But you're able to see inside the building. You don't know what's going on.
I know it. Hold on. When I hear that stuff, I probably hear the stuff back at camp after Astera asked. I was like, she didn't trust me. She looked inside the book. You know what I mean? Like I feel a little crestfallen that you did it, but I don't show it to the little
See if it
green
was a
horn.
space marine asking me not to look, maybe. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you.
That's
Just messing with you.
No. I'm really glad that the events went that way. Okay.
So,
Yeah,
Astara.
man, we're going in.
Well,
Okay.
first Astara, because she's being your recon drone.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Your astral projection self zips over to Gildo's aura.
I guess I see what Gildo sees first, and then I'm going to push into the building.
Yeah, it's a 4-story building. Flames. It looks like flames lit the outside of the doorway. There's no front door. It looks like it's been blasted off or burnt off. Part of the building is completely blasted out on the side. Rubble just dripping down the 4th and 3rd floor. But
Okay.
you go inside. It's empty. Ash and ruins. What was not concrete has burnt away. There's piles of ash, charred bones throughout. There is a staircase leading to the 2nd floor. You don't see anything on the 1st floor, however.
I'll go to the 2nd floor.
All right, on the 2nd floor, it's much the same. About a dozen doorways leading to habitation units. Small. Yeah, enough to hold citizens of the Imperium. It's the same. On the opposite side is another stairway leading to the 3rd floor.
Go to the 3rd floor.
In the hallway, you see 2 figures in cloaks dragging the bodies of 2 of these soldiers into rooms.
Okay. I know which room it is.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to you and say, 3rd floor. 2 men. They're dragging some of your bodies of our soldiers. I'd move quickly.
Copy. Thanks, Astara. And then, listen up, you two. They got him up on the 3rd floor. We're gonna go in and out, real quick.
And I looked at them. Do they have bayonets?
They have combat knives.
Good.
Were those the 2 people that we saw that were cloaked?
Yeah.
Don't fire. Unless it's last resort. Get up close.
All right. They both acknowledge your command, and nervously they ready their last guns.
Right now, they're gonna do what they're gonna do. But hopefully I can do that and spend the rest of them for speed to get up those stairs. Or is there like an easy way to climb the outside of the building that may not have been obvious?
You could make a. Oh man, that sounds like you're doing something athletic.
It does. Yeah, but I'm gonna spend one of those wrath points here to make a fictional thing and say there's a fire escape.
No.
How dare you? First off. Second off, go ahead.
Well, I think it's one of those things where it's there's a fire escape, but it's 6 feet or 8 feet off the ground or whatever, and so I have to climb the wall a little bit to jump up.
Yeah, if you want these guys,
if it's not. Yeah. Yeah. That'd be awesome. Give me a boost.
Yeah. So they can boost you up there, no problem.
Yeah. Perfect. Let's do that. And then, well, actually, it looks like it's going to be me going in there. Right.
Yep.
I'm just going to tell them stay there then.
Listen, I don't know if we can all get up this ladder here. It's gonna be me. Don't worry, I'll get him back.
I'm like Batman. I'm sorry.
Just make a.
Now here you are. It's what you do that defines you.
So climb up this ladder. All right. No. So I go up there and I don't want to take up the rest of the night for this stuff. So what do I need to do?
Make a stealth roll if you were trying to go up there stealthily.
Oh yeah, I am. Can I burn a glory?
Yes, you can.
For an extra die, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that for a reroll?
Nope, it's for a extra die.
Wrath is reroll.
Were you using
right.
a glory?
I'm burning a glory for an extra die,
Wait,
and I'm also.
Were you using a glory?
Yeah, I just moved one into the box.
You just put
Oh.
one in there. If
Take
you're
away.
using one, you need to take one
away,
away from the box.
Oh, right, it's the other way around. My bad. I'm so sorry.
But I mean, I want the glory, sure.
So then I have to move one out of the
Yeah,
box.
exactly. There you go.
I'm sorry about that. Okay, so and I'm also invoking a wrath point as a tentative thing. So this will be my second one.
All right.
Stealth. Well, I don't need it actually.
All right.
I'll take my 7.
You can shift.
Yeah.
Shift 1.
Well, I think speed makes perfect sense here.
Yeah. So run up these stairs.
I mean, can I? You know, Frank, can I do a narrative thing?
Yo, if it costs you a wrath point. You didn't spend
I mean,
it.
I didn't spend it yet. I said I would spend it on this roll though, but I might. I feel like there needs to be we have to have another vent scene. Me and the vents coming down through people in vents.
You want to spend another wrath on a narrative
Is that-
decoration?
Basically, can I answer, or can I spend one to make the question of, is there a way I can attack someone from above?
You can go to the 4th floor. The floor above them can be weak. There can be a hole.
It's fine. I'm just gonna ask the question of how many people do I hear?
You hear 2, and that confirms
They're
what
together,
I
right?
stopped. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right then. Well, then I'm just going to let's just say those were my 2 shifts. That was my question, and then I'm improving my speed.
All right.
So then I haven't spent that last wrath point that I held in escrow.
Excellent.
The next thing I want to do
You
then.
only spent 1 wrath, and you had
Right.
3, so you're good.
So I sling the heavy stubber back on my back, bring out my knife. I take off my bandana and I tie it around my knife for my grip with a bandana. And I'm gonna go do that like predator crawl with the knife out, like going behind them. You know?
All right.
Like we're doing it.
Yeah. So at the moment, they're still in the hallway because you went up there fast.
Hell
as soon
yeah.
as the star told you.
Perfect. Oh, that's
Um,
amazing. So then I'm actually waiting, like I'm going to ambush them.
Yeah. There's one.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. You see one of
Throw
them
them out the window. I'm throwing them
still
out.
dragging another into.
Can I crush
of
the one
bodies.
that's dragging them, and then that way they can just
So
knock
far
the other one
away.
out? What?
No, there's no way in your.
You're so far
Okay.
away. It's
Alright.
definitely more than 20 meters.
Okay, just making sure.
Sorry.
No, I'm doing this. I'm
Unless you want to accept some
stab
corruption,
it.
maybe.
I'm gonna stab. I'm
Um,
gonna stab one, and then the other one I'm gonna knock unconscious and bring the bad guy back with us too, so we can interrogate him.
yeah. So the one is in the room that you can't see. The other is arms up against the
Oh,
underneath the.
right. And
Yeah,
they're the one
I'll
bringing the
just-
body up, right? They're the
Yeah.
one bringing the body up. Oh,
They're
then what?
dragging
The
the body down the hallway.
They're dragging the two of our soldiers.
hell? Right. So they're not together though.
They are
No,
together.
these 2 guys are together. They're one's in the room, the other's still dragging a body into the room.
Got
He's
it. So
just
there's
not
no
in the
way I
room.
could like kill the other one before the other one noticed. That's what I was trying to wonder. Okay, sorry about that. Okay,
Always
now I got the
tactic.
situation in my head right. Okay, so they're both kind of together.
Mhm.
One's bringing. He's like walking backwards, like bringing the body in, right? So
Yeah.
he would see me. All right. Well, fuck that guy. All right. Sorry for my French. Let's do this. Is there a way?
Polish?
Is there okay? Now that I know that's a scenario, there's no way for me to actually sneak into that room without them being noticed through that door.
No. It's
Unless
one
I
of the
came
central
from
rooms.
above.
Unless you came in from above. Unless you go to the 4th floor.
Do the wrath point. Or as we
Yeah,
jump
I'm gonna
on.
do it. I'm going in from above. I gotta come in from above.
All right. So, if you want, you can spend that wrath point. There's
Oh, yeah.
a hole that was blasted out in the.
Yep.
4th
Oh
floor.
yeah, right. Exactly. Perfect. And then do I see what they're doing with the body?
They're dousing it with Promethean.
Yep. Fuck that. We're doing this. All right. Nope. I'm going for the one that's they're not armed, right? Besides,
Not
just
that you can see.
one of them just has a kerosene thing. Okay. Right. Okay. Fine. Down I go, jumping right on the closest one.
All right. So that's going to be the one with the kerosene.
Sure. Yep. Jumping down on them, stabbing them down completely. I mean, I would even all-out attack if it's possible in an ambush for the extra, even more extra dice. But I'm absolutely going to town on this person. No, just relentlessly.
You want to spend a
killing
glory point then?
them. I don't even care who they are. I'm killing them. I don't think I have to spend a. I don't have to spend a
If
glory.
you
I
want to
feel like
increase your dice pool, you can spend a glory.
Yeah, if
Well,
you
I'm
do
getting-
all-out attack,
Or
it's
increase
going
your
to add
damage.
2.
Two
It adds
dice.
two dice. Surprise adds an additional die, or additional 2.
Yes.
It's additional 2 extra dice, 1 bonus damage die.
Mhm.
So I'm already at plus 4 dice.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty chipper
Sorry.
about it, which is why. It's my knife, right? And yeah. All right. Let's say I kiss my knife and I say, "No problem. You can't solve, trusty knife." Jump down.
He doesn't want the same thing that happened to Bjorn.
Unless it's a bayonet.
All right. So I do that, and let me make my attack rolls. Right? I mean,
No.
do I even have to attack? Can I just kill him?
No, you definitely have to attack.
All right. So I get 4 extra dice. I am all outing. I don't even care. 5, and I got a
Nice.
complication.
Let's find that complication.
I didn't declare a wrath point because I was so confident. My hubris got the better of me. Let's do it.
You do hit him though.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So let's draw that card.
Oh right. I will draw a complication. I'll press Z to see it bigger. Out of ammo.
Yes,
Just
let's draw
that-
another one. That's not out of ammo. I need to separate it into melee. Sorry.
Converge. Inconvenient target. Something has gone wrong with this
Uh-oh.
attack. The strike hits a target that's inconvenient. Do I hit the fucking guy? I'm sorry.
Oh no.
You still hit the guy, so roll your damage.
Oh no, I could be a fuel source or a flammable material.
Oh, I can't.
Like a
So
kerosene can.
Yeah, there's kerosene everywhere. Totally. That makes perfect sense. Or I hit the lighter, or like I hit him and it gets back into the lighter and now the floor is on fire. Kind of scenario. I'm not saying the guy goes up like a Nazgul, but like on Weathertop. But like there's fire.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's roll your damage first.
Okay. Yeah. All right, roll damage. I have 1 extra bonus point. I get 2 bonus points of damage because all out gives me +1 die and surprise gives me 1 die. Right?
That's right.
Awesome. 10.
Nice. All right, let me check. You are this guy. All right, you hit him. He immediately goes down.
Fall down. Like I'm ready to like get the knife in and then go like smash to like hit the knife even further.
Yeah.
Right. But instead, I hit him and he stumbles back. Kerosene goes down. Fire goes on the ground. I see the other guy, and I'm grabbing. I gotta grab the Marine.
It is your turn for official combat as this guy wheels around suddenly in shock.
Right. I'm gonna turn the knife. So no. Instead, I draw the knife out, bloodied, flip it around, so I pummel him with the back of the knife to knock him out.
Nobody takes a guard under Gyodo's watch. Heretic scum.
Bam. And does anything happen? I'm recklessly attacking again. I'm all out. But is there anything about like hitting it with the wrong side of a knife to like knock him out? Is there any penalty to
You
anything
can just
like that? Or?
say that you're doing
Right.
non-lethal.
But right, that's the idea. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay,
I mean, I don't think there's any official rules. You hit him.
Woo!
I'll do a 9.
And shift into damage.
How much can I shift?
You can shift as many dice as you want. That are. You can
Wow.
actually
So what was
shift
the-
only 2 of them.
Right. Okay. Well, are you somebody who I'm afraid you're somebody who, if I do too much non-lethal damage, I kill them.
No.
If that's not an option, then I would shift the maximum amount. But like, I want to know the risk
Max
of that.
is 2.
Okay, then I would
Yeah,
do
if
that.
you say that you're not going to kill
Right.
someone.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want.
You're not going to kill them.
I didn't think you were, but I don't know. So that's. I want to make
All
it
right.
Gonna kill
because I did
the
11.
JK, they're dead.
Right.
You do 1 damage to him.
What?
You heard me.
What does that mean?
So, as you stab the one and kerosene gets everywhere, you turn and, without even looking at him as he's turning towards you,
Yeah.
you punch him in the face with
with
your
the hilt of knife.
And you see now the red eyes of his prey sense goggles flickering on as you knock the cloth that was covering his gas mask down, and he brings up his combat shotgun from under his cloak.
That's fine. Wrestle it out of his hands.
Excellent. That's going to be a grapple after he shoots. Oh, wait, that's a grenade launcher. Wrong thing I was going to use.
You can shoot me. That's fine.
A grenade launcher in the face?
Yes.
I'll be fine.
It just goes.
Just takes it.
I'm
Like grenade.
literally, I'm
My
built
character
for
in Shadowrun tanked like a bajillion bullets, a shotgun bullet too.
I mean, that's a horrible roll.
What?
I mean, it beats my
6?
defense for sure.
Perfect.
I mean, my defense is technically 1. I went all out attack them.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I should have.
You do 10 points of damage to me?
Yeah, so what is your resilience?
9.
9? Okay. I do 1 point damage to you.
Nice.
But yeah, that's 1 point of wound, right? No shock, right?
No,
Roll to
you
seduce
can take the
him.
wound.
Yeah, no, it makes sense I take the wound there. That's fine. So I think it's one of those things where it's just like he shoots, but it's not like he misses the shot but hits me with the gun kind of thing, you know? Like it's
Yeah.
one of those things where it's not, so I'm not like hit and somehow, you know, that kind of stuff. Or maybe it's like grazing ricochet, like what, like, you know, so
Yeah.
it's nothing like
Fires the gun. Like,
Yeah.
you punch him in the face, you see him bring up the shotgun. You knock the gun down with the butt of your knife, and he fires into the ground next to you and elbows you in the face.
roll for hotness first. Yeah, okay.
But for Hannes, okay.
No. Well, I need to take this guy alive.
He's okay.
Should have taken the other guy alive.
As I turn the knife around, it's like,
Oh well. No one will say good I didn't try.
and I'm gonna turn the knife around, and I'm not gonna knock the combat shotgun out of his hands. I'm going to all-out attack him again.
All right. It's literally just 2 tanks fighting right now.
Hold on. So here's the scene. Shit's on fire. Shit's on fire, yo. Like with the pointing, and we're on the 3rd story, right?
Yeah.
But we're in the middle room, so there's no windows, right?
There is the blasted out part behind you. It's
It's behind me though, so
Yeah.
I'm not really in a good spot to like throw him out of here or like this is Sparta kicking this place, right? Okay.
You can always try. You can grapple and position.
Right, I could try to grapple and position him there, but I think I'm better off trying to hurt him first. So I'm gonna try to do a little stab. I'm gonna perforate his armor. An 8 and a critical.
All right. Draw your critical and you 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can shift 1 into damage.
Overpowering assault, a stunning blow that sends the foe lurching away.
Nice. Roll.
You,
a 1d6.
you suffer 1d6 and are staggered.
Oh, you can also spend the glory to make it more severe.
Oh,
What? How does that work?
that's severity.
Is that with severity?
Severity plus 2. You can.
Oh. No, I don't think we need to. He's staggered. I will shift 1 extra for the die, like you said for damage.
Mhm.
So I do 9. But he's staggered, and so
And roll the 1d6 for the shock that he's going to take.
right, and then the goal here is 2. If he's staggered, then do I go again?
Sorry, I'm adjusting his sheet.
Right.
I'm going to suggest that you do use that glory point.
We got 3, and they're gonna disappear real quick. So
That's right. All right, fine. I'll use the last one.
So
I can two.
staggered means his speed is reduced by half, and he can't run or sprint.
Ah, damn. Okay.
So do you want to use that?
Yeah, I burned the glory for it.
Yeah. So you just explain your attack on him to me.
Right. So again, I think it's like, I mean, this is like, this is some like me versus Jean-Claude Van Damme shit, where it's like, you know, shotgun comes up, I beat it down, I flip the knife again back, like try to point at him. He grabs my arm, he deflects it, goes sideways, right? I like do a break of it. I go with the knife again, he grabs my arm, he like brings it down, so my arm's like past him, right? Like he's got my arm locked down like this, and so I just bring my left elbow and like crack it down on his head to release it, and I like stab him again in the side of the head, and like his ears go ringing and stuff like that, and so he's staggered for a minute, and I stab him in the leg, so he's what do you call it? Staggered or whatever. Right, so it's like this big, huge. It's a good fight, right? This is fun. This is a good fight right now.
And speaking of a good fight, he knows he's losing.
Yeah.
You see him immediately hit something on his chest.
Oh, boy.
And
On another one of these. And God, what do I do?
he
What do I do? What happens?
opposed strength test as he attempts to
Like,
wrap his arms around you.
It's gonna bear hug me to blow me up. Yeah, okay. All right. This.
Ooh, I think you're gonna have.
Bending. Oh wait, no, I rolled on wrong sheet.
This is not my day.
Is someone on my sheet?
Opposed strength, or this isn't athletics, right? It's opposed strength.
I'm sorry, I heard that in Danny Glover's voice. Or Donald Glover's voice, I should say.
Opposed strength of 2 combatants. I'm going to spend a rune. Actually, I'm going to spend multiple runes. I'm going to increase. I'm going to. There we go. Ha ha ha.
I can spend a glory here, right?
How dare you?
Get myself a bonus die.
Good thing you leveled strength.
And I got a wrath point on deck.
Oh.
That's good.
Yes.
I'm spending the wrath to reroll.
No.
Oh.
So, yeah, at the moment, like, he wraps his
Thank
arms
God
around,
rerolls.
starts to crush you.
Yeah,
And
I feel like getting hot.
yeah, no, it's definitely getting hot around his chest as this thermal detonator is definitely heating up.
Mhm.
And how do you escape his grasp?
I mean, it's got to be one of those things where I let him try to come at me, and I'm pulling him closer to the ledge, right? And then at the last minute and stuff, I like judo him off and kick him off the ledge, and so he falls back using the Wilhelm scream and explodes.
Roll 1d6.
You roll 1d6.
Okay.
No,
Oh!
4.
4.
Got you, Frank.
Man, guess what a 4 does?
What?
So on the stagger roll, a 4 means backwards. Yeah, you get
So he blows up the floor under us.
no.
Does he blow me up still?
So you kick. I mean, this thing's almost.
Do I take damage? Okay.
It's like literally hit self-destruct on self. You have 3 seconds.
Right.
And in that 3 seconds, you kick him off, and he's falling, and
Oh.
boom, and you don't take damage, but you're blasted backward.
Frank, I have a better way of not taking damage and taking blasted backwards. No. The obvious thing to do here is because I staggered him and he's going to run at me. I know that I don't have the chance here. So instead, I'm going to grab the Marine or grab the Imperial Guardsman and just jump out of the building, like off the ledge from 3 stories or whatever.
Yeah, these guys are dead, by the way, so it's fine.
Right?
You can use them as a.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I was going to try to protect them.
Oh no, they're sadly they're dead. They got killed.
Oh, is it really sad?
Yeah, they're innocent.
Did the second guy explode too?
He's on fire, yo.
When I yeah, he's on fire, yo. He is on fire, yo. Okay.
Yeah, so we get this wonderful scene of you kicking this guy out of the building.
Let's do that.
Explosion happening.
Yeah.
And Gildo doing what?
No, I think it's that thing of like there's an explosion and people don't know what's going on, and like this it's just the shot of Nincheko and Switch, like the ground, like should we go up? I don't know what the hell's going on. And then like out of like the burning part of the front door and stuff, just comes me holding the Marine, and I'm just like a little bit of soot and blood and sweat on my face, you know. And I say, you know, I don't even say anything. I just hold them in their arms, like, let's go back.
And
I think the right thing to say would have been Operation Burning Pyre successful. That's what
haha, wait, that was the enemy one.
that was the enemy one.
Yeah, that's what the enemy said.
Definitely won't make them more suspicious of you guys who are suspicious and shady.
Just the back at him. It's never mind.
Well, it seems like they have to. So I think burning pyre is very literal, y'all, as players. I think they're trying to burn key people to do something.
What? Don't you love me?
I mean, we don't know if the mayor was actually burned, but I think it might be related.
A flamer may have been involved, yes. I can neither confirm nor deny whether or not it was a heavy flamer.
That's my player pet theory.
All right. Well, we end on that scene of Gildo walking out.
Oh.
Bruised, slightly bloody, singed ever so slightly, carrying the bodies of the 2 fallen PDF troopers.
Sorry for inadvertently taking over most of the screen time for the last bit there, y'all. I appreciate it.
It happens in some
all-
episodes.
All I would be doing is drawing my sword and saying, "No retreating."
I'd be crushing them. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, no, I would have tried to hold on to one of them because we wanted to question.
Well, we tried.
Yeah.
Well, Gildo killed them both.
You
didn't
tried
come
by
quiet.
stabbing them? You could have grappled them instead.
I like how you killed the one that I called a breacher before the heavy. The breacher you could have knocked out much easier.
I didn't know at the time. I just dropped down on them.
I know.
They were covered and stuff, so it's fine with me.
No, you definitely. It was like a DC 6 to tell which one was which.
That's fine. No, it's awesome. No, I like the idea of the second one left that I was going to knock out. Turns out to be wearing the ceramite armor with the red eyes, and you're like, oh shit, here we go, and do the shoulder cracks.
Here we go again. Just that GTA meme.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That wrapping it up, Frank?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we
We're
give
ending
everybody 2 wrath back, remove all of the glory, and I guess XP and objectives
Oh, yeah.
for end of
Mhm.
session.
Sounds good to me. Did anybody complete objectives?
Yeah.
Your boy, holler at your boy. I can get all 6.
All
So
right.
you said we can have 6 or 7.
You can have 7.
You can have 7, okay.
So the way
I
the
was
rules,
taking this lovely time that Eric was taking for his character to figure out more objectives that make sense for my character.
So the way the rules in the books are you
It
have
says
3
one.
or whatever, and then you
What's the
roll a
roll?
die to see which one is active for that session.
Yeah, but that's
But-
silly.
So you want to have them all active at all times.
Yeah, but some are going to be worth way more than others.
So, like for instance, I have be suspicious of anyone who claims authority but isn't Imperium,
You
So-
definitely got that one.
and then
I'll give
use
you mine.
intimidation to overcome an obstacle, which is what I tried to do instead of kill people.
2 points on that one.
Okay, and then find a use. Well, I haven't found any heretics yet, so can't do that
That
one
you
yet.
know of. So none on that. Yeah, so you got 4 points for that, Scott.
He said you can make up ones too, Scott.
Definitely make them up. You don't have to use the ones in the books.
No, those are all made up.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Did anybody else aside from
I gotta make some more.
Eric? Maggie?
I did. So I had display a symbol of your authority, which I did,
2.
and use
'Cause
it
you-
firmly
you-
to establish your position in an
Is that
interaction
the
with an
same one?
NPC. So, express confidence or the opposite in the virtue of overwhelming numbers and firepower.
Did you do that one?
I feel like I did because
There was-
they were all trying to convince that whole group of people not to like attack us.
I'll give you an extra one for that one then. So 3 in total.
And then aid my companions by foreseeing something they could not have. I don't know if that actually.
I'm gonna give you 2 because you definitely foresaw what Gildo was walking into and probably saved his life.
Experience the warp, conditioning my mind to its perils.
Oh, okay, I'll give you an extra 2 on that because I was definitely trying to corrupt you.
I'm adding Ty's
I
shoelace.
didn't get this one, but this is another objective of mine, which is use my signature move, which is crushing my enemies' weapons and the heretical hands they use to wield them, which I didn't get to do today. And then I didn't do this one either, which is sing a hymn or speak words of prayer in the name of the Empire. And then my other one is discover something new about psychic mastery.
Oh, add another for that one.
So I'm adding Ty's shoelace, coughs during a conversation, looks at an NPC.
Yeah, all of those are just like 0.00001 of a point.
Hold on. And
Add
provokes Frank.
I mean, that's
Perfect.
everyone.
Okay,
gets
next
that.
session, I'm definitely getting like 83 points.
Yeah, Maggie, you got 8 because
Okay.
you did a lot. All right, Eric, your turn.
I described the benefits of supreme firepower or lack thereof when we did the heavy stubber thing and the trap. I demonstrated care for my teammates in doing the support jobs, looking out for them. I was army mom by going to do the rescue for the person, saying I'm one of you, as well as being bait, right? But it's still only one time, but just taking the risky job so no one else had to do it. I reminisce about the fall of Cadia quite a few times, like on the ride down there, describing how the defense here is wasn't like.
I'm only giving you that one.
That's fine.
I called you out on it.
So I know that's fine. Solve the problem with my knife.
that is very Gildo.
Proclaim your enemy to be a heretic and unworthy of the Emperor's light. Did that at the end there. And then describe dangers of Catachan and why they're so much worse than the current situation.
All right, that's another 8.
Nice.
Yeah, perfect.
All right. Lobos, did you have any?
0.
Gotta
This
write some
this seems Lobos. Don't you think this seems broken as shit? Like our characters are literally weaker because we don't have simple
Did you
things.
roleplay better?
No. Roleplay was there. I'm just gonna add tie shoelace and looks at NPCs to make sure it's.
Dude, you should have things like intimidate someone of authority or something like that.
You should have something for bossing me around. Like
don't worry. I'm totally gonna.
You're supposed to be like.
Oh no. Every session will have every one of them hit. I promise you moving forward.
That's what I'm doing.
This is gonna be some fucking nachos extra cheese, okay?
I think it should make sense. Like the objective should make sense for your character, right? Like if this is going with what Frank wants, because Frank is like, normally the rules are you get 1 and you can only do 1 per session, and that's how it works. But he's saying we can have 7.
No. Yeah. But I have to make up for lost ground, so it's gonna be extra cheesy.
You only get 7
because I have to make up for lost ground.
Just remember, the more difficult it is to actually complete, the more points you get.
Yeah.
So, like, if you have an objective that is discover a heretic den of thieves, and you do that somehow during the session, I'm giving you like 10 points. Again, not that much, but.
So you don't get any points for killing a Astara. It's too easy. Too easy, right?
Yeah.
All the
I'll give you 10 points if you somehow manage that.
pretty easy.
Without dying.
Hey, you sleeping? Cool.
All
right.
How would you know if
But-
I'm sleeping?
The book has a couple good suggestions for those different ones if you want.
Yeah, the book has a lot of good ones.
Okay.
I used a few from the book, or I changed
Tweaked
some
them,
for
yeah.
other people to make
Yeah.
it make sense for my character.
That's the best way of doing it.
I couldn't find them in the book.
You just
You're under
control
backgrounds.
find objectives.
I did that, and I
There's
didn't.
a huge list of them. There's actually a commissar section for commissar. There's like
There-
3.
there
Oh,
is.
see, so I had the pages written down from forever ago, and I went to those pages. I was like, "There's no suggestions here," but I went up, and like the class immediately above commissar had suggestions. And I was like, that seems off here.
It's archetypes. It's under the archetypes.
Yeah.
Oh, so archetype?
Yeah.
That's not an
It's like-
objective. It's an archetype.
No,
Yeah,
it's like
and
when
It's
you
objectives
select
for your
archetypes.
archetype.
Yeah, exactly. Because
There's
depending on
there's a mislabeled table.
Like for instance,
No,
my
it's
stuff,
not.
like you would never experience perils of the warp or anything like that, you know.
yeah, it's for the Astra Militarum because it groups them because your objectives could be the same depending on what tier you are.
Hmm.
I'm trying to find that page now because
So like an
Okay.
Imperial Guardsman and a Commissar, like we share the same table, but you're an officer and I'm a soldier, and therefore some of those aren't necessarily as good for me.
Some of these are cool though, like
Yeah.
describe how faith and or sacrifice in the Emperor's name brings success. Bear witness to an act that you consider a miracle of the divine power.
Yeah, like there's good stuff in there that's like supposed to be kind of about your character, especially
You can
good
like
stuff.
swap things
based-
around.
I still can't find it.
One
Express-
page 115.
Express confidence or the
115.
opposite in the
Or-
virtue
or-
of overwhelming numbers and firepower. It actually makes a lot of sense for you.
Book-
Explain
book
how the
115
Imperium Infantry's uplifting primer as a lesson appropriate to the current
Yeah.
situation.
It's literally just a propaganda book.
It's it's PDF page 150, or it's book page 115. It's PDF page 116.
See, I'm on.
So you should be looking at the top. It should say regiment description and regimental bonus.
Yeah.
And right underneath it says Astra Militarum objectives, and it's a D3 result. It's because there's a table of 3 suggestions for.
You could just take all 3 if you want.
Take all 3 if you want. The idea here is like just pick some stuff right now and kind of see what sticks, see what you're hitting, and then the more you feel out your character, pick the ones and like tweak that stuff and follow that.
It just seems like a bad leveling system. Like it's not a balanced leveling system.
It's not balanced. Why does it have to be balanced?
No, it just seems wrong.
What I do think,
because it leans to the cheese as
yeah.
opposed to leaning to good RP.
Here's the thing.
I don't know. I just spent. I had a great time tonight.
Definitely
with
forces
RP.
more RP.
It enforces RP.
I think it's one of those things. Like, for instance, if in D&D, you know how you have your ideals.
Sure. Yeah.
Like that.
That's a 5e specific thing. Didn't exist in other editions.
Yeah.
But
No.
yes.
No. I'm saying in 5e. I'm giving this example. So if in 5e you got rewarded for doing those things, like you act like. I personally, as a DM, give inspiration anytime I see you complete one of those things. Like you bring them up in conversation, or you act on one of those behavioral things, which I don't see a lot of DMs do. But if you do that, I think like those things should be rewarded.
Or you just role play your character. Or you just role play your character and get into deep RP that way, and not have.
But not everyone
extra
does
benefits.
That, right?
And getting inspiration, which is like a roll twice, keep the higher result for like a one-time roll, is very different from you have a lot more build points. Your character's level 17, and other people
Scott
are
just
level
wants
like
to sit there and do nothing,
9.
right? That's why he doesn't want
to. Not at all. I love rolling. I love playing and whatnot, but it just is.
Fine.
You don't
I agree with you that
you don't
it's
like
kind of
mechanics
cheesy.
that encourage role playing.
No. I don't like mechanics that see you're seeing it backwards. I don't like mechanics that lean towards cheese. You know what I mean? Because you're more or less saying I'm going to choose role play options that are going to get me more XP versus I'm going to role play the character I want to, and hopefully XP comes from that due to just good role play.
You're presenting a false dichotomy, and I feel like Gyodo is like the perfect example of that. I have things that are kind of cheesy, but they're cliche and work perfect for the character.
Same with mine, and I didn't complete all mine. There were like
this is just gonna have to be an agreed
That's
disagree.
the thing.
So
So you don't have to pick the stuff from the table. You can pick the things. So like what I'm saying is, I know.
No, Eric. I'm saying the mechanics of this particular role play system, I think, are a poor design. But that's just my So it's just it's one of those agree to disagree on the
game. People have opinions about game systems that encourage role playing by giving experience for hitting parts of it. I get it.
Sure. I grew up on GURPS and D&D. They didn't do that crap. Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, you have some cool stuff on yours. Like you have like here's some respect. Like you could build some objectives off of a lot of these cool things.
Oh, I've already started doing it. I just didn't. Again, it was one of those. I didn't realize. Oh, but if you have 17 of them, then you can get 17 more XP.
You can only have 7.
Okay, sorry. 7 of them, because there's a big difference between, because whether or not you role played or whether or not a thing was written on a piece of paper changes how much XP you get. That seems wrong. But that's the mechanics of the game, so that's fine.
I don't know.
Well, the good news is you guys still all earn an extra 4.
Yeah. No, I get that. It's all good.
So group as a whole still earns theirs.
And it's all part of my complaint too is that I didn't understand this in the beginning, but that's probably my own stupidity because I didn't understand the game in general going into it. So now it's like, oh, now I'm caught up. So.
Now you feel like you're behind the curve.
Oh no, that's fine. That doesn't matter. Okay. Because if you look at the character I played in Star Wars, I like almost never spent any experience. As a matter of fact, when my character died, he died with like 75 unspent experience points because I was like, oh, I'm happy with where we're at.
So my advice, if for anybody who's wondering about how to come up with things, my best advice would be to work backwards from the thing you actually want to do in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like fictionally, like work backwards. Like I want to knife dudes, so I have a thing about knifing people because I have a combat knife and I want to use it. So I have something that encourages me to use a knife skill. For example, if I was an intimidating person, I would totally make something about throwing someone under the bus and using never missing an opportunity to intimidate and put down and stuff for the glory of the emperor or whatever, right? If I was a religious person, I would totally have something about faith. If I was a space marine, I would totally do something about doctrine or like about the space wolf heritage. I would totally do something about the fact that I'm not like a person. I'm different than other people, maybe. Like it depends on what you want to play up. But like there are so many different opportunities. Like
I think too.
You're
Once
stronger than everybody, so like an athletics thing, like to point out something that you can do that's a normal person can't. Like that kind of stuff. Like there's I don't know, right? Whatever it is,
I just haven't done any.
Look at your weapons.
I don't feel like I need to be stronger yet, so I haven't even spent points or anything.
Yeah, you're just holding back.
He's like,
I'm waiting for that to balance, and when I feel it's tough, then I start worrying about it.
Yeah.
Right.
Which for Bior, and same with
and you can like
Gildo.
change your objectives per session, right?
Yeah.
Frank? Like
Yeah.
if you find that like something makes sense for your character, and that you just send Frank a message, be like, hey, can I have this as an objective now? Or say it out loud. Be like, hey, I want to change one of my objectives to this.
And I'll be like, hey, are we in session? We'll do that next break.
Yeah.
Right.
It almost seems like objectives were supposed to be like one shots. Like once you completed it, then they were done, and then you could add a new one. But like,
Yeah, you can add the same one basically.
You can, and you could replace it. It's one of those things where it's like, does your character feel like they're doing the same tropes over the time, and it's not fun for you anymore? Then definitely pick a different objective.
Yeah. Like Lobos, you could literally take one of, I take a Overwatch position and inform my team that the hostiles, and I'll be like, yeah, you did that. It was a major event that you spotted those guys coming in.
Right. Like I said, I don't feel the need to get stronger yet.
Lobos,
and like
I'm
still doing those
Like,
things.
Demonstrate your power of faith to your bolter, and have that scene of like saying the prayer to your gun before you shoot it, or like things, right?
Now,
That's it.
Go with what Lobos is saying. He did take 2 salvos from combat shotguns with 1 damage. He is.
Well, see, and what I'm saying is like I'm still doing the role playing stuff. It's just I'm not setting them as objectives to do that until I feel, because I think in the survey at the beginning, like I was more okay with like character mortality. So like.
Me too.
It happens.
Lobos wants to die. Lobos is like,
I like leaving it up to the chance.
You and me. This is why I took a shotgun. I just went in. Like I'm just gonna do it. Like I'm a guardsman. I'm expected to die. You should have heard the priest stuff from everything. I was like, I'm going to pick 3 characters and see which one survives, and that'll be my character.
Oh yeah, Eric was debating. He was debating which character he wanted to play.
And then the character arc came in.
My characters, I never play a character thinking that they're gonna live. I play them like they're a stolen car, and I'm gonna have as much joy as
Eric's
I can.
like, I'm gonna kill my character, so all your money, Maggie.
Yeah.
Lights it on fire.
Yeah.
Well.
But thank you all. That was an interesting discussion. I do kind of agree that like it can be OP, but I understand if we're all in it, we all understand that this is how we're playing. Then it's up to you to do it or not do it. Yeah. So I think that wraps up the end of session stuff. Is there anything else we have to do? No? All right. So we're going to go around and let everyone say where you can find them at, and of course, what their favorite moment was tonight. And if you are watching this and you're enjoying the show, you can click that follow button here on Twitch. And if you're watching us on YouTube, click the subscribe button, hit the bell, then pick which of those 3 options that now pop up is most applicable to you. I don't know how many other things they're going to add to the list, but we will find out. And then, of course, if you're feeling super generous, you can donate to the channel here by subscribing at twitch.tv/MargaretCrone, and you get some cool emotes whenever you're watching live, and of course on our Discord. And then you can also just donate in a larger amount if you're feeling super generous with the donate button. And then beyond that, if you feel like you want to donate but not to us, if you do !St. Jude over here on Twitch, you can donate to our D&D campaign, which gives all the money towards St. Jude and the kids at the Children's Research Hospital. And you can affect our cool D&D game that happens on Wednesdays. I think that's it. We stream here Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so definitely come tune in to watch all of the goodies and things of that sort. So to go around, we'll actually start with our game master this time, Frank.
Me, I go first. Oh man.
Gotta switch it up on y'all.
So, as you all know, I'm Controller Frank. Find me on Twitter and Discord at Controller Frank. Talk to me. I'm the community manager here. We play games. We played Company of Heroes 2 for 6 hours yesterday. Who we play a lot. Don't know what next week's game's gonna be. Sorry guys, still no Warhammer Arma because laptop issues. But eventually that will come back. My favorite moment was... Oh man, I actually had a lot of favorite moments. Astara appearing out of nowhere, scaring the crap out of everyone. Luther just in another argument match with another authority figure. Scott, you missed the DC by 1.
Yeah, he said you had to get a 6 and you got a 5. You should have done the reroll.
So if you did the reroll,
that was the one where I didn't say I was going to do the. I specifically said I wasn't going to.
That you weren't going to.
Yeah.
And if you did, you just needed 1 extra point, and the guy would have been like, "Okay, fine, you're scary." I did like Lobos basically playing chase with a squad of like 6 guys. Oh, we're gonna enter this building and try and get this guy from behind. Nope, Lobos zip tie, follow them, and then go walk over and scare everyone. Gildo taking a shotgun to the chest, basically, and only taking 1 damage from it, and then drop killing someone. I had a lot of favorite moments this episode.
And of course, moving on, we've got Gildo, played by Eric Vulgaris. Eric, where can we find you? And of course, what was your favorite moment tonight?
Oh yeah, thank you all. I love this. Love it a lot. I'm getting 40K more and more and more. It's super fun. It's just kind of zany and just feels, I don't know. I turn into an action movie, which I like. I'm Eric Vulgaris everywhere. My favorite part, I mean, spending a Wrath point to attack from above seems pretty good. I really like coming down. I don't know. I like describing that fight sequence with the guy about like that arm going past him and stuff and hitting him on the side of the head and stabbing him in the leg. Then
You're
surviving.
supposed to question him. You weren't supposed to kill him.
Well, he detonated himself, so you try talking to him next time.
And of course, moving on to our next companion here. Oh, well, where can people find you at, Eric?
I'm Eric Vulgaris everywhere.
And of course, moving on, we've got you're played by Lobos Jr. Tell us where people can find you at, and of course, what your favorite moment was tonight.
Lobos Jr. on Twitch, Lobos Jr. Gaming pretty much everywhere else. I liked how much Luther was getting pissed off about the lieutenant guy who just
He's like, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, and just the reaction to the fairy tale Space Marine showing up. So
The legend of Bior.
right.
All right. And last but not least, Luther, played by Delric. Tell us where people can find you at, and of course, what your favorite moment was tonight.
You can look up Delric everywhere over on Lost Initiative as well. I'm sorry, I just think Eric is hilarious. So there are like 4 one-liners in there that just like made me literally guffaw. So I suppose there would be 4 moments. So
I feel like
good
Gildo
lines.
is like it's like just a running joke. Gildo is constantly just like, I need to come up with the next line.
but I think it's because it is the perfect embodiment of all those 80s action movies that all of us wish we were those action heroes.
Yeah.
So name one. Oh, it's awesome.
For sure. Okay. That's going to wrap it up for us for today. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoy it. And of course, if you're here on Twitch, hang around a little bit. We're going to go raid somebody. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We really, really, really hope you had a lot of fun. Of course, as always, we are going to host Arena with someone awesome. Oop, I meant to raid. I don't know if I can unhost. There we go. I don't know if it actually hosted or not. There we go. Join up on the raid. Hang out with us over there. These guys have this awesome setup. It's basically like this store called, I think it's called Vesperilla's store or something like that. And it's super cool. It's fun. They all dress up. They have like this cool background and backdrop. The production's really great. You know, I'm a sucker for production. So yeah. I'll see you all actually I'll see you all Wednesday for our next show, which will be here at 7 p.m. PDT as per usual. So, good luck.